Commissioner Ted Terry says three things are in the amendment.
Limiting campus-sized data centers, incentivizing renewable energy, and then just assuring that every application has a public review.
A moratorium on data centers expires in June. Currently, the draft rules include four sizes of centers, with the amendment cutting the largest size campus data center. That would limit centers to 500,000 square feet. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
It is a lot calmer today at the world's busiest airport. Hartsfield-Jackson General Manager Ricky Smith says wait times have been down dramatically.
We had about an average wait time of about an hour. 45 minutes to an hour, which is, a much shorter wait time than we've experienced over the last few days.
He says the spring break rush has tailed off a little bit today. There appears to be a move by Republicans to fund the Department of Homeland Security and finally get TSA workers paid.
The Senate Majority Leader says Republicans are prepared to agree to fund everything in the Department of Homeland Security except ICE's enforcement and removal operations. John Thune says the package would not include reforms to ICE that have been a sticking point for Democrats for over a month.
If you're not going to have funding, I don't know how all of a sudden now you can demand reforms.
Democrats have said for weeks they would fund aspects of DHS other than ICE.
Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports it was an idea President Trump rejected days ago, but he now appears to support. New details today on the deadly crash at LaGuardia Airport in New York. The NTSB says the fire truck that was struck by an Air Canada plane on the tarmac did not have a transponder needed to trigger a warning system. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy says investigators want to know more about the possible role of the air traffic controllers and whether or not they were distracted.
I have seen a number of reports from press about distraction, whether there was distraction among controllers. Look, I would caution pointing fingers at controllers and saying distraction was involved.
Two pilots died on the plane. Federal investigators are reviewing the plane's cockpit voice recorder. WSB Scam Alert. DeKalb County residents warned about a jury duty scam. People have received calls from scammers posing as the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, claiming the resident missed jury duty and must pay a fine to avoid arrest. The callers instruct the intended victims to buy prepaid cards or provide personal information. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office will never ask for money or call people regarding such warrants. It is now 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Travel advisory, west side perimeter build. Couple of big rigs have tangled it up here. 285 southbound, the outer loop before Hollowell Parkway, right where Bolton Road ramps into 285 south. Two right lanes are blocked, and it's already stacked up before South Cobb Drive. Exit off there and take that southbound. You can head down to Hollowell Parkway and get back on 285 south to avoid that, because if you head into town, that ride's already bunching up from the 85-400 merge, just trying to make your way down past Georgia Tech. 85 northbound getting a tad slower out of DeKalb and Gwinnett from 285 up past Jimmy Carter Boulevard, and 400 slowing in Sandy Springs from Abernathy Road up to Northridge Road, exit number 6. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy today, breezy with the east wind gusting 25 miles per hour. Staying cool with highs in the mid-60s, lows tonight in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 67, climbing into the upper 70s on Thursday.
Right now, 67 in Duluth, 68 in Fayetteville, and 67 in Cartersville. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour one of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Surrounded, as always, by the doctrinaires. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here. Jared Yamamoto is here. And I do have to say, it does look as if the person that Trump was saying that he was talking to in Iran, this might actually be a real thing. We don't know for sure.
It is?
Yeah, it looks like there may actually be somebody.
I'm more surprised than you are.
We're dealing with the man who I believe is the most respected and the leader. It's a little tough. We've wiped out everybody.
I guess apparently at the end of last week, according to the Wall Street Journal, Egypt, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, they all got together, tried to open up some kind of channels. And it's believed that maybe this mystery person over there is the head of parliament, the speaker of parliament. And, fingers crossed, maybe. I mean, I don't know where this can go. But
we'll try not to blow him up.
Well, yeah. If they don't kill him, if we don't kill him in the next 4 or 5 days, there's a sense that maybe he might be in their terms like Nixon going to China was in our terms. Like it had to be Nixon at that time that would go deal with communists because he was known as such a hardline anti-communist. You couldn't have someone who. So that's the whole idea. When people say, "Oh, Nixon goes to China," it's like, okay, he's not going to fold to the communists because he spent a whole career. So this guy in Parliament. He has some diplomatic stuff going on, but also he has roots in the Revolutionary Guard, and so he's known as kind of a no-nonsense kind of dude. So maybe, from their point of view, the person that could be trusted to talk to the United States of America. Also, I guess some Turkey is maybe starting to kind of bubble up to the surface as perhaps a third party that could mediate. I don't know. I'm just, I may be grabbing onto straws here, but I feel better on Tuesday than I did on Monday, I think, what I'm saying.
Good night's sleep makes a big difference.
I had a good night's sleep, and I woke up. There were no new ultimatum truth post coming out of...
We will blow the hell out of your country.
Or we'll have the best...
Or doves.
It'll be the best thing ever of all time for you, for us, for whatever. The reality is, I mean, it's a strange situation, the stuff that I was reading today, because now we've got like the Gulf states. There's reports out there that Saudi Arabia is really getting into Trump's ear. Like, you cut and run, you're leaving us in just a horrible... You started this, you've got to finish it. Because you cut and run, then you just leave us with the same government that's just, pissed off 10x than they were before, and we got to deal with them. So it's kind of a weird thing where the Gulf states are like, you can't leave us with this.
Yeah, they are neighbors.
Yeah, and basically in control of the Strait of Hormuz. Some weird stuff could go down here. And Trump would have to sell it as a win. Like all of a sudden, Iran's allowed to charge a fee to go through the Strait of Hormuz, which hasn't happened before, but Egypt does do it with the Suez Canal, I believe. So it does happen, but that would be odd. And I don't know if most Americans know that we lifted the sanction on Iranian oil. So
wasn't it just for the ships that were already at sea?
I don't know how they're going to work that out. I think we just lifted the sanctions for Iranian oil because we want to do anything we can to keep the price of oil down, and oil is a worldwide price based on how much is available.
Except for that one headed to Cuba from Russia, we're not going to.
That one. Well, that's Russian, and that whole game is going on between, America and Russia being nostalgic for the early '60s, I guess, with their Cuba thing.
We need our own missile crisis.
You got to have it. Listen.
It worked out.
I got to say that truth post on was it Saturday night? We're going to blow you up in 48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah, that was I sat there and I thought, well, I think this is the closest I've come to the way people felt during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Like, wow, this could all end in the next 14 days is the way that I sort of felt.
So you've really come down the roller coaster over the past couple of days. I mean,
yeah.
Saturday night was high, then Sunday night even worse.
I think most
Yesterday
people
was bad.
Most people don't seem to understand here that whenever you hear the president say things, do damage like you've never seen before or the world's never seen before, it's not in line first, but it's in the queue at the back, nukes. So every time I hear that
what does
rhetoric.
he mean by that?
Yeah.
Just like a stern talking to? Like,
yeah. I mean, they're not at the front of the line. I mean, he started out with, genuinely threatening to commit a war crime, which is going after all the power centers.
Just a couple tactical nukes.
And that's another one.
Tactical.
Since Russia went into Ukraine, there has been way too much loose talk about somebody somewhere possibly using a tactical nuke. And I like it better when things like that aren't being brought up by diplomats and people in power. I like it when it's just understood between the citizenry of the world and the leaders of the world that any kind of nuke being used is not good. But then what happens is they start talking about, well, it's not a nuke. It's a tactical battlefield nuke. Oh, that's interesting that you put those words together. I'm sure that makes you feel better. For the rest of the world, it's going to be a nuke. And when it happens, 10 minutes later, finding bread on any store shelf around you is going to be very difficult.
It's like Nuke Light.
Nuke Light.
Yeah.
Nuke Light says there's still a run on the stores.
Diet
and
nuke.
people freak
Diet
out.
nuke. Yeah, when you see your
Diet nuke from the man with the Diet Coke.
Diet nuke, have 7 a day.
when you see your friend walk in with a fedora on for the first time, like, oh, okay, look, it's different. He's different now. You got the fedora on.
Yeah.
He's cool now.
He's cool.
He doesn't want you to look at it or even notice it at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Still a nuke.
What,
Still your friend.
This old nuke?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I only put it on when I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
So the casual, this is something that should never happen in life. It's a tenet of the doctrine, I think. Leaders in the world should never speak casually about using any sort of nuclear weapon. And we
It's
kind
just a little doomsday device.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
A little doomsday.
So that's what I'm going to do. If I feel like it's really coming, I am going to. The last thing I want to be doing is watching Dr. Strangelove, and then I'll play the Beatles, and then I'll be gone. Because I find it took me years to understand the movie Dr. Strangelove. I had no idea that the end of the movie means, of course. There's no way that human beings, with their tribalism and their vanity, there's simply no way that human beings at some point in history don't use this. It's not possible. That's the point of Dr. Strangelove. The absurdity of having rules and protocols is, no, you're humans. It may happen 5 years from now, 50 years from now, 250 years from now, but human beings are too tribal and too vain to not use it. So it will be used at some point. I'm just hoping it's after I have a natural death and I'm gone. I don't want to see it. I wish, and on my way out, hopefully I'll have the wherewithal to wish everyone the best of luck. And it'll come from the heart. But if it's going to happen, I would rather that it happen when I'm not here. Isn't that a weird thought? Like, I want to die the normal way. Ultimately, you die both ways.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what? The way I've read about in books, I want to go that way. I don't want to have the whole thing where we're all going to go at once.
Well, at least with a nuke, it'd be quick.
Well, depends.
Not for everybody.
No, it depends. No, if you're at ground zero, it's quick. If you're a little further out, it's just
downwind.
You downwind, then you get the whole radiology. Radioactive radiation creates the cancer. I just think of
I didn't need my teeth anyway.
Jason, what's his name in one of those movies, Testament or. One of those
Jason Robards.
Robards. He just kind of walked around and
the day
slowly
after.
died. Yeah, the day after. He just walked around and slowly fell apart.
I finally did it.
See, Harrison Ford taught me the way to do it. You get in a refrigerator, and then you can live through a nuclear blast.
And you guys laugh at me for having 4 fridges in my house. But
you are going to be
now
you are ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
You bring up the day after. Now, you're older than me, but I think I was in 7th grade when that aired. My mom told me I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Really?
And I had a TV in my room, so I watched 2 minutes of it, saw the bombs going. I turned the TV off scared, and I turned my light on, and I couldn't get to sleep.
Well, that helped. I mean,
I thought
is that
it would
the one?
help.
That's because there were a few of them that came out at that time. Is that the one that opens up in Lawrence, Kansas, and the lady's like brushing her hair, and then all of a sudden she's brushing her hair in the window on this farmhouse, and all of a sudden in the window she sees the missile
missiles go
from
up,
I don't know, like 10 miles away or something.
It starts off with the tension between the two countries, and then the missiles go.
And it really hits on something that I grew up with, you grew up with, that kids, they don't, for some reason, adults thought it was important that we know that we should be frightened of these things. In the last 25, 30 years, it's just like, we'll deal with that when it happens.
After the Soviet Union fell, that was like, we don't talk about it anymore.
Exactly. But there's still, it's not there's no good outcome. And I really feel like we should be in an era where there should be leaders in the world where we're talking about less of these things going forward. I think right now we've got like 35,000 of these things on the planet. Most of them between Russia and the United States. What?
Our treaties with Russia have expired.
Yes, they have. And it's just getting to the point now where it's just like people should be talking, because the world is so global now, meaning that, it just every information gets from one end of the world to the other in a flash of in a second. And because of that, things can ratchet up really fast. And you would think that we would have this kind of like ongoing background thing between leaders in the world. Hey, let's take 15 minutes a day and try to see what we can do to make sure this doesn't happen. But no, everyone's saying, well, it's just another tool in the utility belt. No, it's not. It's something more than that. But hey, I feel better on Tuesday than I did on Monday, because at least, and I don't know, the Wall Street Journal, I mean, they couldn't be more in love with the intelligence agencies, but I do trust their I trust their work outside of the editorial page, which I never read the editorial page of Wall Street Journal. If there's any threat of war with the United States, I don't need to read the Wall Street Journal editorial. I know they're going to be like, go fast, go hard. We love war. There's never enough war. It's a neocon sheet on the editorial page. But the writing in the rest of the paper, I find to be better than anything else. So this was not on the editorial page. So I tend to think that they actually have sources who think it might be this Iranian parliament guy, and who knows? Since that story came out today, maybe the Revolutionary Guard would kill this guy. I don't know. I have no idea. But the situation between us and Iran right now it's really something. It reminds me of like when my little brother and I would fight and wrestle when I was like 10 and he was 8, and it would always come to an impasse where he had my hair and I had his hair. And it was just kind of like, we're just kind of like, all right, you let go and I'll let go. We got to do it at the same time. And then we'd psych each other out a couple times, trying to get the other one to let go so that you can win. And we're kind of with Iran doesn't have missiles for the next year. And we don't have interceptors for all that much longer. So as much as, you can point to the military successes by the U.S., and the military has done everything they've been asked to do, but it's still because of the ability to control the Strait of Hormuz, Iran still has not only the United States, but the entire world economy, by the throat. And so that's the impasse. But both know that they can't keep going on like this forever. There has to be some kind of resolution. And I think it's quite possible that Trump might go for something that says, yeah, they walk out of this with the sanctions lifted, or maybe they do get a little fee from the Strait of Hormuz, and then we spin it into, yeah, but we decimated, their nuke program, we decimated this, we decimated that, we're going to call that a victory.
Don't forget they're going to sell their oil using the U.S. dollar.
And that's another thing that's going on. If you want to know why we're really getting involved right now, is because a couple of countries they're trading in Chinese yuan. Is it
yuan?
Yuan in Japan, yuan in
Korea.
Yuan in Korea, yuan in China. And that's scaring the hell out of us because, and I'm not, Mr. Economologist, but everyone that I know that knows about this stuff says we don't really have to worry about our now $39 trillion of debt, so long as oil is traded and bought and sold using the petrodollar, using the dollar. And what Iran might try to get out of this before they everything stops is, yeah, we want to get rid of the petrodollar. Now, I don't know that we would, if we did that, we would just be screwed. Suddenly, we would owe a lot, and it's not really tenable for us. So that might be something Iran goes for if they want to really, really push it to open the Strait of Hormuz. But look for this. If we can get out of this, which I'm all for, I don't care how we do it, we get out of this in the next couple of weeks, Iran's going to get a thing or two, because I know the story for Core MAGA has been where they have nothing, but they control the Strait of Hormuz. And if this goes on for a couple more weeks, we are possibly talking about a global recession. And I think that's starting to occur to Trump. So what I look for, hopefully, is that we do figure a way out of this. But don't be surprised that the president is going to have to spin the fact that, yeah, but there aren't any sanctions on them anymore, or they get a little fee or something along those lines, because it's very, very difficult to explain the situation concerning the petrodollar to the average American. I don't think that they're going to try. They're just going to say, hey, we won because this, that, and the other. And anytime you wonder why did we give anything to Iran, what you should think is, I got to look into this petrodollar thing, because it would have one hell of a terrible effect on the country if suddenly we were not the reserve currency of the world, basically.
Yeah, and if they decide to go off the petrodollar, Trump can just make a $40 trillion bill and put his face on it, and then we'll be out of debt.
That's right.
Right, Mr. President?
Trump dollar.
Trump. Yeah, that's another thing, the whole idea that you could just print up something.
Yeah, $40 trillion.
And then pay it off. And there are some people who believe that this could be done. I just don't know how anybody takes you seriously ever again if you want them to buy your credit. Although it's a very strange area, and you kind of have to be an expert and live your life for it to really understand it. All I can report to you is anyone that I've talked to in that's an economist or anything along those lines. Yeah, the debt's bad. You don't want it to be that high. But as long as we're the reserve currency of the world, we're going to be okay. We're going to be able to float it. If that breaks, and so that's what I guess I'm trying to set people up for. If we do get out of there the next couple of weeks and you walk away, why were we nice to? Why did we give them this or why did we give them that? The administration doesn't believe that they could possibly explain the petrodollar to the average American. So they're not even going to try. But if you find yourself wondering that, if we end up in that situation, I won't care because we'll be out of there. Because if we stay there, it's going to be awful. One way or the other. Through attrition, through us just having to do war crimes to just level the place to get out of it, whatever, which isn't going to look good on our record going forward. It's just better. The options and the off-ramps are few. And none of them are great. So you try to find the one that's the best in this situation.
Well, good thing we have leaders that we trust and
sure, yes,
to make rash, thought out.
That's right.
Decisions.
I've been thinking about this for about 50 years.
Yeah, and shut that guy up. Lindsey Graham, shut that guy up. Can we have a round of applause for the people of South Carolina, the veterans who just will not stop voting for this man who can't come to terms with his own sexuality?
God, I love a sweaty veteran.
Way to go. Old retired veterans like this guy for some, I guess just because he's always gung-ho. I don't know.
I'm always wearing a guy and something sounding going over Israel.
I mean, he never stops. He never goes on Fox and says, you know what? I've been thinking about it. It's just, hey, I found that I could push this pedal further down to accelerate even more. That's all I know how to do. I don't understand what a brake is or a pause or anything. All I know is my way of thinking has the green light right now, so I'm going to get as much territory as I can. And anybody who gets hurt just might as well be damned. I'm Lindsey Graham.
Hey, at least he's consistent. He loves his long torpedoes and long missiles.
He sure does. He sure does.
Longer the better. Although I like ones that got a lot of girth in them because they can have more explosive.
And you got what do you call it? What is that? The throw weights. The throw weights. That's a term. That's a missile term. A throw weight.
I like a throw weight.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is really, but I'm sure I love it.
I think it's the amount of inertia or something that that the propulsion can create or something.
It's the total mass of a ballistic missile's payload. I bet Lindsey would like that.
You like the total mass of the...
Give me that payload. I love a hot payload.
Yeah.
So we know what this guy's in it for. If you want to be smart, just yank this guy off TV and tell him to shut up.
You can do that if you like.
I didn't say on TV. I said off TV. Yeah, yank you off. Yank you off.
Hey, you see.
I know. I'm just using words in the English language, and then
understand.
suddenly I find it comes back to
Other people have to put them together.
haunt me. I'm trying to make a political point
That
here.
was
for
the day
heaven's
that did it
sakes.
right there. That was the phrase that got Eric von Hessler pulled.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, yeah?
Thank goodness.
Got him what?
Lindsay?
I heard you're alone this week. I'm in Atlanta.
Oh,
I gotta
yeah. Why
visit.
don't you come on by?
You're a little old for me, but
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, not to be friends.
We can be friends, right?
We can be friends.
Yeah, but I'm not for killing innocent people. Just to, so we might not get along.
Where do you stand on missiles?
Israel. I guess they're.
That guy can't say the word Israel. They gotta say it for Israel.
Because he's half drunk. The guy drinks. He drinks. I mean, you could just tell a drinker, and he has just got. He's just.
And
got
it's
the
caught up
face.
with him.
Oh yeah, he's got the alcohol face weight for the throw weight. He's got the alcohol face throw weight. It's just like. And
He
so
started to kind of look like Gannon
he's
a little
drinking
bit.
a lot of bourbon at night. Oh yeah, Israel, I'll give him more missile. Whoa.
You say I look like Steve Bannon. I don't have that Irish thing where my cheeks are all red.
No, Steve Bannon, he's really got the whiskey face. He's got the what do you call it? The
cherry no.
The
gin blossom.
Gin blossoms. Yeah. That guy's. There's a lot of whiskey being between Lindsey Graham, Steve Bannon, And, who knows what Hegseth. He says he just all of a sudden stopped drinking before he got this job.
NyQuil.
His face is getting a little puffy, too, for a guy who spends 17 hours a day in a gym.
War is stressful, Eric.
War is stressful. You might want to have a drink or two.
War is hell.
Yeah, that's what Sherman said. War is stressful.
We need to maybe drink it up. When Lindsey Graham was running for president, when he was at the kiddie table debate in the primaries, he'd mentioned and got a laugh for we're going to have a lot more drinking in my White House. There'll be a lot more bourbon. A lot more war.
Hi, it's Dale from TrustDale.com. I've trusted America's Best Choice for more than a decade for windows, doors, siding, decks, and roofing. Their exclusive 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, protects you if something goes wrong.
Thanks, Dale. At America's Best Choice, we deliver the best exterior solutions that provide long-term value for your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate now at abcwin.com. No pressure, no gimmicks. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Motorcycle riders know that a distracted driver can knock you down. It's nice to know that Steel Horse Law can pick you back up. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler for Steel Horse Law, the Stein and Karen Law Group. In the worst possible scenario, when someone causes you to lay your bike down, Steel Horse Law will get you the best possible settlement. Their name strikes fear in the heart of big insurance companies because Steel Horse Law is respected and will make them pay. Visit steelhorselaw.com.
They lied, they cheated, and they broke the law. Liberal losers forced illegal migration on hardworking Americans. But conservative businessman Rick Jackson is ready to fight back.
I don't care if you're Muslim or Mongolian. You don't have the right to force your culture on our country.
Corrupt career politicians let the invasion happen, then made it worse. But conservative businessman Rick Jackson isn't gonna let them get away with it.
Too often, criminal illegals commit sick, violent crimes, victimize our children, and get away with murder. So here's my guarantee to them. Do that when I'm governor, and you'll end up deported or departed. Any questions?
It's time to win big for Georgia. Rick Jackson, the Trump-supporting, straight-talking, successful businessman with nothing to lose. Rick Jackson for governor.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Fall in love with Terrifying Jewelry's amazing collection of designer brands such as Roberto Coin, De Beers Forever Mark Diamonds, and their collection of fine Swiss watches from Rolex, Tudor, and Tag Heuer. Treat yourself and your loved ones to a special gift from Terrifying Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
Are you not using your garage door as much as you like because you lost your remote? I mean, I get it. You're embarrassed. You don't want to look dopey in front of the garage door guy. And it's around here somewhere, so it's bound to turn up. Except that was 3 years ago. And now you're parking in your driveway or running through the rain to open it with the keypad, instead of taking advantage of one of the greatest technologies America has ever shared with the world. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians have replacement remotes compatible with every make and model of garage door, whether it's one of ours or not. And since most new cars have openers built in, we can program your car to open your door without a remote, so you can lose your replacement all you want. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll get you sorted out. Now, if you lose your remote and your car, well, we're back to square one.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, President Trump sounding optimistic the war with Iran will end soon.
The other side, I can tell you, they'd like to make a deal.
The president says talks with Iran have been going well, adding the U.S. is dealing with the right people in the Islamic Republic. Trump says Iran has agreed to not pursue a nuclear weapon, saying Iran has also offered a significant gift to the U.S. during these talks.
They gave us a present. And the present arrived today. And it was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money.
President Trump says it's related to oil and gas, but he would not reveal what it is. A student is in custody after a gun scare today at Hillgrove High School in Cobb County. A school district spokesperson says the school was placed on a code red lockdown after a firearm was detected on campus. District police responded immediately, and the student was apprehended in about 12 minutes. A 15-year-old student now in custody, and the firearm has been recovered. Because of airport chaos caused by the partial government shutdown, Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is suspending a major perk for members of Congress.
Delta Airlines has a special service desk for congressional members known as the Delta Desk. It helps members book trips, make ticket changes, and reserve flights on the same day, often to accommodate congressional votes. That perk now on hold. In a statement from Delta, the airline says the Capitol Desk remains open, but they've suspended specialty or elite services such as airport escorts and redcoat services. Delta says members of Congress will be treated as any passenger based on their respective SkyMiles status. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia lawmakers send a bill to the governor's desk to expand access to medical cannabis, and local advocate Corey Lowe is thrilled.
This will expand the program to help more patients in Georgia, and that's what's needed, and that's what the legislators are finally understanding and listening to.
Lowe's daughter needs medical cannabis to treat her seizures. Among the changes, the legislation removes a 5% THC cap and allows for patients to vape the product for fast relief. It is now 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Earlier trouble west side perimeter 285 southbound before Hollowell Parkway exit 12. Got that off to the side. All lanes are back open, but it's put the slow ride into place, stretching back up into the Smyrna Vinings area. Looks like we got a crash in Sandy Springs, 400 northbound before Northridge Road exit 6. Delay is very heavy already back to Abernathy. Might want to think about Highway 9 as an alternate route there. 75 northbound, waves of volume between Marietta and Kennesaw. 85 northbound, getting a little bit slower into Gwinnett from 285 up to Indian Trail Road. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy and breezy today. Highs in the mid-60s. Lows tonight dropping down to the mid-40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, just a little warmer with a high of 67. Thursday, partly cloudy and a big warm-up on the way, high 78.
Right now, it's 63 in Alpharetta, 68 in Riverdale, 64 in Lawrenceville. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
So you've always been wanting a deck for your house or a nicer deck, somewhere where you can hang out, have friends over, grill some food, watch the game. Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations. You need Ben Hill Renovations. For over 60 years, they've been building decks, offering superior craftsmanship while delivering your perfect deck built within your budget. Go! Live life on your deck! Visit bhrenovations.com today and schedule a free design consultation at your home. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Ragsdale Heating and Air has a terrific offer to make sure your AC is ready for the warmer temperatures on the way. Right now, you can save up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And that includes Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. If your system just needs a tune-up to get ready for spring and summer, they can help with that too. With over 10,000 reviews and a 4.9 Google rating, you can trust Ragsdale for your plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs too. Visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Yeah, the TSA thing will probably get worked out in the next couple of days.
They go on recess on Friday, right, Congress?
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah,
if they don't get that done, they cannot go on recess while people are waiting in 5-hour lines at airports.
Hope they're safe on the playground, because they're older. I would hate to see something happen to Chuck Grassley on the seesaw.
Oh, yes, on recess?
Yeah.
Things get rough.
They're not allowed to play a lot of different games,
Yeah, it's
have
too
some,
rough.
Little Nerf ball.
Yeah, they break their arms. What is that, Red Rover?
Yeah, Red Rover.
Yeah.
You can't play that when you're
Send
89.
Lindsay on over.
When you're 89 years old and about to start another campaign for Congress.
I'm on monkey bars.
Pelosi doing hopscotch was a sight to see.
Yeah, but TSA.
I know how to push it.
Can you do the singing thing with the jump rope?
Well up says you kiss her,
Basically, I think Trump is saying pretty much yes today to what he shot down over the weekend, because I saw that John Kennedy, not the president who was we lost, the other John.
But the one from New Orleans or from Louisiana.
Yeah, he was coming. He was basically saying we had a deal and the president killed it.
Yeah.
So there is a way to fund the TSA without.
Well, how are we going to fund ICE?
ICE, I don't even. First of all, ICE is funded. ICE was funded through like $28 billion in the One Big Beautiful Bill. I think that the reason they need the whole Department of Homeland Security is because, this is my speculation, because ICE is under Department of Homeland Security. If you wanted to change rules of engagement with ICE, you have to do it through the Department of Homeland. So that has to be open to be able to do that, so the Democrats can say, we're not going to do this until we can change the rules. That's my guess on that, because ICE is fully funded for the next 2 or 3 years through the One Big Beautiful Bill. But I think that this stuff is becoming the One Big Beautiful Bill.
I know. Just, you hear it with fresh ears every once in a while.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, God.
I'm big and beautiful, and I'm Bill. Hi.
The big, beautiful William.
It's One Big Beautiful Bill. Hey, One Big Beautiful Bill. How are you?
I am doing so great. I am big, I am beautiful, and I am Bill.
You have
You
confidence.
go, girl.
Snap.
So One Big Beautiful Bill has got ICE taken care of. So there's been ways. There has been ways to fund TSA without having to touch the other stuff. They just haven't done it because they want maximum discomfort from the people, so that they get riled up. And
Yeah, that's
each
great.
party
Just use us as pawns. I love
well,
that.
that's exactly what's happening.
Love it. I
That's-
love being treated that way.
Yes, that's that's
I
why.
love having to pay more for stuff just so that you guys can make some sort of stupid point with each other.
But don't you know that ultimately, if my side wins, you're going to be better off. So
Okay,
this
great.
is just who was it? Like you had that audio. So the lady from, what would it be? The National Transportation Safety Board. They had that the jet ran into the fire truck at LaGuardia. 2 pilots died, and she was speaking about the investigation. And it took them a while to get it going because one of their people was stuck in TSA or something.
DHS that shut down, and we have long TSA lines. We have our air traffic control specialist who was in line with TSA for 3 hours until we called in Houston to beg to see if we can get her through so we can get her here. So it's been a really big challenge to get the entire team here, and they're still arriving as I speak.
I thought that like these teams just got on a private plane and went to wherever. Like I didn't realize.
Civilians,
Hey, wake up! Hey, wake up! Hey, yeah, get your stuff together. Yeah, go to the Houston airport. There's not a special plane or something that takes you to do government business. Anyway, I guess you wouldn't need it if you didn't have this situation going on right now. Well, she had an affected way of speaking, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
There's a thing. Let's do it again.
DHS that shut down, and we have long TSA lines. We have our air traffic control specialist who was in line with TSA for 3 hours.
All right.
Can you believe it? They didn't even pass out water. And we had to beg and plead for them to let our person through.
I mean, look, I normally I feel like it's good for public servants to be stuck in lines with. But I mean, if there's an emergency, it doesn't seem wrong to me. No, I'm actually with the government, and I'm going to I'm a specialist. They need to
back in the line. Get back in the line.
get that New Orleans cop from yesterday. I don't care.
You will wait in line with everyone else, you peon.
Hey, keep moving. So the Atlanta lines are better?
Much better today. Now, it is a Tuesday, but...
How did Tina do? Didn't she have to go through all kinds of stuff?
Oh, it was awful over the weekend. She
Yeah,
flew out...
how'd she fare?
So she had flights at 7 a.m. and 6 a.m. on Friday and Sunday, and she got to the airport at 3:30 in the morning for both of them. It took about 2.5 hours through Atlanta and about 2 hours and 45 minutes through LaGuardia.
I'm not going to say what my wife did. She flew out on Sunday, and because I'm not going to say it because maybe it's like a little secret, and I don't want to let everybody know. Because once everybody knows, then you don't get around it. But I can't remember exactly what she told me, but she told me she got there, and the line was at least like 2.5 hours. And then she found out a little thing that she could do, and she went right through.
Yeah,
and,
you can. Yeah,
what?
I won't say either, but some people know that, and it is. They don't want you to do that.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, you know.
When you're looking at 2.5 hours, she gets there so early.
What do you do? Fake a gamey leg?
Yeah. You pretend that you're a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah.
And your one wish is to not wait in line.
Yeah. You faint.
Yeah.
Just faint in line, and they'll take you right to
the Dave Baker deal, right?
Is Dave Baker faint in line?
No, he mentioned on Saturday. On Saturday, he was offering to his listeners. He said, "Hey, I'll go queue up in the line." And then you pay
stand
me.
in line for you. But here's the thing: once you show up, when he's at the front of the line, the people behind him have to play along when you switch in for him. And I don't know.
Just holding his spot. He paid me $50.
Yeah, you're holding a spot for 4 people. It's not the same if it's 4 people.
Oh, it can't be 4 people. I guess it'll just be 1. I like that
Big
job.
family of 7.
Oh, here they come. They're my neighbors. There's 7 people. You can just pretend I'm tall. You can pretend I'm 7 people.
You do their cross base, right, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
So
I went down in there.
On one hand, my wife got right through. On the other hand, she called me. She's like, I got like 4 hours to my plane gets here.
Oh, yeah.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, it's better than standing in line. She could.
You can't gamble that.
You can't gamble that?
You can't gamble that.
What does that mean? You can't
gamble with that with time, you know?
That's right. You can't gamble that.
Can't gamble that.
Some would say you can't gamble with that, but
you can't gamble with that.
I can't gamble that.
Can't gamble that.
That's my new catchphrase. Can't gamble that.
And you know what? Won't gamble that.
No, not gonna.
2
Won't do
feet
it.
on the ground, not gamble
I ain't
that.
gambling that. This is, I think we're starting something new. Can you feel it?
A new meme?
I think people will be saying that all the time now.
Can't gamble that.
Can't gamble that.
Autumn,
Won't.
do a TikTok video so people hear it.
All right.
The young people, I mean.
Our CEO.
The young people?
Yes.
WSB CEO just wrote and said, we're going to get a billboard with, can't gamble that.
Can't gamble that. The Von Hessler
Doctrine.
Can't gamble that.
Can't gamble that.
Feminism.
And then we have like... Are those awful...
Yeah, they're still
Are
terrible.
those awful
those
things
awful
still playing?
promos are still running.
They make no sense.
No.
They can't be helping.
They really encapsulate the show.
It's like, it's really...
It
it's
sounds
just,
like they just put them on like a roulette wheel.
Yeah.
And then just picked audio. It didn't matter if it went together, if it made sense.
I in my mind, it's like this is what they sound like to me. It's like the Von Hessler doctrine, and then it's like talk, ha ha ha, and that too, and the Von Hessler doctrine. Like, the things that are said in between. I think they're supposed to be funny, but they end up just not making any sense
There's
whatsoever.
no setup, punchline, or joke.
Yeah,
And you
it's
can
just
do
like,
that in a promo.
Hey, this is a show where people talk. I guess that's the sell.
I like listening to people talk.
That's the sell. This is a show where people are talking.
You know what I think, guys, is when you tune in, you figure out what it all comes together. It
That's
all makes
right.
sense.
I got to know more. That didn't make any sense to me, but it was wildly interesting. I've got to put context
It
to this.
really sucked me in, that promo. Now I know.
That nonsensical promo. It didn't really resonate with anything I've ever known or heard about in my life, but I don't know. I liked the tenor of the voices. I need to tune in.
And they were laughing.
They were
What are
laughing.
they laughing at?
What are they laughing at? It didn't appear to be funny in the least bit to me, but they're hooting and hollering. They're laughing so hard.
When you tune in, it's like cracking the code, right?
Yes.
To the promo.
There's First, the promo says this show's going to sound like nonsense unless you take the next step and actually listen to the show.
You know what happened? My Apple Play quit working and my radio accidentally came on, and I heard that promo. I'm like, I got to go check them out.
I'm back to radio now. This is a show where
today.
people talk about stuff.
Don't be late because you crowdsourced your commute with a navigation app.
Heads up crash involving several vehicles.
Depend on us
To make sure you get where you need to be on
Alternates
time.
needed this morning between Buford and Swanee.
Local and dependable traffic 24 hours a day, 7 days a
Some
week.
of the alternates to get you around this include Memorial Drive in East Ponce.
WSB Triple Team
A car
Traffic.
has flipped over 20 westbound.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Our website has always been ngwindows.com, and now our company name is the same. It's Ted and Jonathan, and North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows.
Shorter name, same great stress-free experience. Our Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows are not big and bulky, and now neither is our name.
We love it so much we upgraded our jingle.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL every weekend right here. Get more at retireatlradio.com. And Matt, what makes you and the team, what makes you different?
You come to us, you come to the Vincent Financial Group for money management, and yet maybe you're a really conservative investor. Our fee is not going to change whether or not we're shooting for a 20% rate of return or a 5% rate of return. This is one of the better use cases for a no-fee growth annuity, because on those no-fee growth annuity contracts, if you get the right ones and if you're working with the right people, you won't pay an advisory fee on those dollars, and yet you are getting exactly what you want, which is a vehicle that has more safety to it. So for those people in the retirement window looking for a way to take some risk off the table but not have to pay a fee to do it, a no-fee growth annuity can be a phenomenal complement to a portfolio. If you want to have that conversation around, what your mix of assets should be, we'd love to have that conversation with you. You can go to retireatlradio.com. Right there on the homepage, you can book a 30-minute discovery call with us. We can have this conversation. We would love to do it.
Again, that's retireatlradio.com, or make the call. We have a representative standing by right now. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation to discuss your financial future with Aaron Vincent, Matthew Decker, the team at the Vincent Financial Group. It's no cost, no obligation. 770-280-1488 or retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every weekend right here. And it's all powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Those black streaks on your roof, not just dirt. It's actually fungus that feeds on your shingles, slowly breaking them down, shortening the lifespan of your roof, even increasing your energy bills. That's why I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. Wise Guys used a soft wash to safely remove those streaks and protect the shingles, and it came with a multi-year roof treatment warranty. It's simple. One quick call, a free estimate, and no need to be home. Mention me when you book Chris Chandler and save $70 at wiseguysprowash.com. The wise choice for your home.
If you don't care about saving 50% off your wireless bill for the same 5G coverage that big guys are charging a fortune for, maybe you care about keeping jobs in America. Pure Talk does. They've pledged to run their entire operation from this country, including all their customer service. Or maybe you care about our nation's veterans. Pure Talk does. They've donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to America's Warrior Partnership, a fantastic organization working hard to prevent veteran suicide. Or maybe you care about closing America's skills gap. Pure Talk does. They're a proud supporter of MicroWorks. They're helping my foundation train the next generation of skilled workers. Don't get me wrong. Saving money's great, and you'll save plenty with Pure Talk. But if you want to be in business with people who share your values, dial pound 250. Say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
All right, speaking of nonsensical stories, Guinness is faking it again. Goldfish sets Guinness World Record by quote-unquote driving a motion-sensing car more than 40 feet in 1 minute. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. So there's basically a goldfish bowl, but it's not. It's kind of rectangular, but it's basically a goldfish bowl on top of some wheels, and it's the water motion that actually moves the vehicle. I hate to break it to anyone at Guinness, but the goldfish has no agency in this. The goldfish just happens to be inside of a vehicle that's being run on the motion of water.
Eric, the goldfish has a name. It's Bulb. Thank you very much.
It is not. It's Blub. Thank you.
Blub, sorry.
Blub.
Bulb. What? You try to chastise me with, high and mighty. It does have a name.
Dang it.
I just don't know what it is.
Dang it.
Excuse me.
Blub. He still is a fish. Thank you very much.
Well, yes, you got that right. He is the gold. Nobody was saying he wasn't a fish, but that's fine.
And an important fish.
So it's just more of this. And then look at this tech guy from this.
Looks like Lex Luthor.
Dutch. Yeah, it's like these people don't. I guess because the fish was moving around, that created the water motion that got it. But I mean, this guy probably is a multi-millionaire, and he just doesn't have anything else to do with his life. I'm going to create the first goldfish car. How can it be? By the way, wouldn't a goldfish have set the Guinness World Record if it had gone 1 foot in 1 minute? Like, there isn't another goldfish car driving record out there, is there? So the record was going to be set that anything happened.
You could do a ride share with him. Bloober.
That's what's going.
Hey, wow.
Not necessarily funny, but clever. So I have to give you clever points.
I get a clever point.
You get clever points. It's like, hey, that was clever. No one's going to, lose it. They're not going to lose their lunch with that
There was
joke.
no guffawing, but there was,
It's one of those. You can,
maybe
what?
a sensible chuckle.
Yeah, a sensible chuckle. Is that what you're going to call the name of this show? Sensible chuckle?
Well, it's going to be tough because we can't gamble that.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to beat it all with this next story because the term headless humans is used in it. And I don't know if you could have a better name for a show than Headless Humans. Billionaire-backed scientists aim to grow headless humans and farm their organs.
Oh.
That's from the Daily Star.
Well,
You need an organ, yeah.
Well,
there's no brain.
There's no brain.
So it's not like there's a soul. Or
How
what
do
we
you
might
know?
think of as a soul.
How do you know the soul's in the brain?
Well, because that's where concepts come from, and the soul is a concept.
Okay, but
It's not in your guts.
Well, in the Eastern world, I think they believe that there's some
What,
stuff
in,
that comes
Egypt?
in
They think your brain is your heart or whatever.
You have two hearts. One's right there in your belly. And I don't know if you've ever noticed this before, but when your belly feels good, pretty much you feel good.
Yeah, but that's
It's all in the belly.
Now, here's a question. You have
your
to
brain.
create this human.
My brain is in my belly, young lady.
Okay.
Are they going to create it as an adult
My
or
brain's
as a
in my
baby
butt.
that has to grow?
I think they want it to grow because the whole idea
Well, then you're
here.
going to be dead by the time your organs are
Now,
ready.
before you get freaked out. Now, I don't know. Before you get freaked out.
We all get assigned a baby.
No, I think it's like
Here's
after
the other you.
After a while.
It's you, but no head.
There's a movie like that, except they do have heads. It's
Yes.
actually a decent movie.
Jude Law, that one?
Is that the one with the kids and they at any time, like they're living regular lives, but at any time if the person they're supposed to serve needs an organ, they just have to give their organ up. Have you seen that?
Was that Ewan McGregor, the movie, The Island?
No. It's not.
No.
It's not like The Island, because that's the Island of Dr. Moreau, basically.
No, The
isn't it?
Island is you have a doppelganger that gives you parts, and then they discover who they are, and they get agency and.
Oh yeah.
rebel.
Well, I don't know if it's that movie, but that's basically what goes on. And then there's a lady who tries to prove that they have artful thoughts. Like she's trying to prove that you need to stop this because these actually are people. But it was also cool kind of metaphor to the life that we all live. We all know that we're alive until we die, so it just kind of does that in a microcosm. It was a decent movie, not the greatest movie of all time, but a decent movie. The idea here for positive PR, because headless humans doesn't really make people feel wonderful inside, is that this is a way to get rid of all animal testing for any kind of medicines. The idea being that right now we're always just like, testing heart stuff on the heart, and this does make sense that it's the whole system of the human body, right? If you're trying to figure out if a pill is going to do this or that or whatever, it's not just one part. You need all of the systems to decide. But still, somewhere you're going to have to store thousands upon thousands of headless humans.
No, I like this actually. You know what? It says it takes 3 to 9 years for these bodies to mature. You could teach them how to like clean the house and stuff. You
they can't see it.
They won't be able to move.
They can't see.
No, they can't move.
They have no agency. If you don't have any brain,
attach a chip to it.
Also, the fact that there wouldn't be a brain, wouldn't that mean
Good
that
question.
the effects of medications would then even translate?
That's a good point, because the guy's saying you have to have the whole system, and if you remove the brain, you're kind of removing the engine.
Why don't they just make headless animals for us to test stuff on?
Okay, that's even stranger. A big
I
zoo.
think better than let's start
Can you
with
imagine
humans.
the headless petting zoo? Bring your kids.
No, don't bring. They're for medical purposes.
The rabbits don't have a head.
Pet it.
No.
Pet it. Your father only gets you every other weekend. Pet the damn headless rabbit.
Okay.
This company is already testing this technology on genetically engineered monkey cells as it is.
Oh, okay.
That's upsetting.
Well,
it shouldn't be monkeys. Monkeys are too smart.
Just the cells.
Well, it's just their cells.
Oh, they're cells.
Yeah, it's monkey
For some
cells.
reason, I was picturing them in a cell.
Where they belong.
In prison. And then you go in and test them. Yeah. I get it.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. Exactly, yeah, didn't think so. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are, but here's the good news. QC Kinetics patients are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. Hey, it's Mark Arum here. The QC Kinetics medical professionals use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science, treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you need relief. That's how Mike's training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Patrick's golf game's on fire again. Andrea's back in her garden. All real QC Kinetics patients. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases and the sooner joint damage slows down, because no one signs up for feeling older faster. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatment. Visit, and your consultation is free. Call today, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. A big scare today at Hillgrove High School in Cobb County. WSB's Sabrina Cupid reports a student is caught with a gun.
A 15-year-old student is arrested for having the gun on campus. The school went into a code red lockdown earlier today as the weapon was detected and Cobb police were called in. A district spokesperson says that school police responded immediately and the situation from detection to lockdown to the student being taken into custody was resolved in approximately 12 minutes. Nobody was hurt.
70 degrees now in Atlanta, breezy and cool this evening. When do temperatures bounce back into the 80s? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A bill to expand access to medical marijuana in Georgia now awaits Governor Kemp's signature.
The legislation removes a 5% THC cap for medical cannabis and allows patients to vape the product for faster relief. Corey Lowe, a medical cannabis advocate whose daughter uses it for her seizures, believes this is a necessary expansion.
This is not a slide towards turning Georgia into California. This is helping Georgia sick patients get access to medicine they need.
Numbers from the state show there are more than 30,000 registered medical cannabis patients in Georgia. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump is sounding optimistic the Iran war will end soon. The president says he believes Iran wants to make a deal.
I don't want to say in advance, but they've agreed they will never have a nuclear weapon. They've agreed to that.
The president says Iran has also offered a significant gift to the U.S. during these talks. Trump says it's related to oil and gas, but he wouldn't reveal what it is. It's been a much better day at the world's busiest airport.
Right now, we're experiencing more calm than we've seen in a very long time.
Hartsfield-Jackson General Manager Ricky Smith says wait times to get through security have been under an hour today. Delta customers flying from Atlanta today can rebook their flight on or before March 30th, and the fare difference will be waived. According to Business Insider, this only applies for people on flights originating from Atlanta, not connecting through Hartsfield-Jackson. Investigators reveal new information today on the crash at New York's LaGuardia Airport involving an Air Canada plane and a fire truck. The NTSB's Doug Brazy has preliminary analysis of the timeline.
At 9 seconds, the tower instructed Truck 1 to stop. At 8 seconds, there was a sound consistent with the airplane's landing gear touching down on the runway.
The NTSB says the fire truck did not have a transponder needed to trigger a warning system. The crash killed the two pilots on the plane. In the ongoing fight over data centers, DeKalb County commissioners delay a vote to limit their size.
With a moratorium on new data centers in place until June, the board feels it has time to sort out specific rules and sizes of data centers, even voting to hold a special board meeting. DeKalb Commissioner Robert Patrick says the board has heard the public's views.
The public has been very clear on their stance. Somewhere between no and hell no, and we just want to make sure that we're listening to them very clearly.
The board's looking at doing away with the largest size of data centers, which would cap the size at 500,000 square feet. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A runaway teenager is arrested in connection with an attempted bathroom assault earlier this month at a Kroger in Cherokee County. Investigators say a woman used her keys to fight off the would-be attacker when she noticed someone standing outside a bathroom stall.
She saw some feet outside the stall, and she went and opened the door, and basically there was a man there.
Captain Jay Baker with the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office says they were able to identify the suspect after they find him with several bags stolen from Kroger. He's now charged with criminal attempt to commit rape and criminal trespass. Hundreds of new jobs are coming to Gwinnett County. Biopharmaceutical giant UCB announces plans for its first U.S. manufacturing facility. The governor's office says the UCB plans are planning a significant $2 billion investment in the facility, generating 330 jobs over the next several years. UCB's North American headquarters are in Smyrna, where the company supports more than 400 jobs already. It is now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Rough start to the ride this afternoon, Bill, on 400 northbound into Sandy Springs. Been dealing with a crash on 400 northbound before Northridge Road exit number 6. It's been blocking that right lane. That's why you're stacked up leaving I-285. 85 northbound. That volume's also filling in from 285 up toward Indian Trail. 316 eastbound getting a tad slower, leaving Sugarloaf Parkway out into Lawrenceville into Cobb County had trouble in the left lane, 20 eastbound Panola Road, exit 71. It has cleared. Unfortunately, the delays have not. Still pretty stacked up from 285 getting through that work zone out toward Lithonia. And some late construction this afternoon, still in the right lane, 675 southbound. Before you get down to Anvil Block Road, so it's slowing the transition from 285 to 675 south. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy, breezy this evening as temperatures fall into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, staying cool, highs in the upper 60s. Temperatures bouncing into the upper 70s on Thursday.
Right now it's 69 in Brookhaven, 66 in Kennesaw, and 68 in College Park. More news at 4:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine on this Tuesday edition begins right now. Well, listen, I think that we've been very critical of a lot of government, a lot of our leaders lately. And you know me, I just have that fair and balanced thing. I always want to point out. So I've been looking for, who are the superstars that are up in this cabinet level, all up in this cabinet. And I came across this guy. I believe his name is Greg Phillips. He is at the he's a top official overseeing the Federal Emergency Management Agency's disaster response. And I just want to point this guy out as potentially one of the superstars, because I've been following politics for a good long time. A lot of strange stories, but I don't recall a story about a cabinet member who claims that he knows how to teleport. He's been involved in teleportation, and he says that I think he teleported to a Waffle House in Georgia. And I'm not setting up a Tim Andrews bit here. This is the real story. Apparently, he and his kids, they were hungry, they wanted whatever. And then all of a sudden, there he was, 50 miles away.
It's also known as blacking out.
There's a lot of things that could be known as,
No other explanation.
Or maybe he's actually teleporting.
Teleporting.
Hello, he could be. Well, he was asked about it, and he said it's not teleportation. He says it's not fun.
Describe the very first time you were teleported.
It's scary in a way. I mean, you don't really know. Okay, is this evil? Is this good? What is this? What do I do with this? How do I deal with it?
Kids.
And why does it only go to Waffle House?
It keeps taking me to Waffle House. Now, word is that since this guy's been on the job, he actually has, when there have been emergencies, and he's had to do his disaster response, Democrats, Republicans, everybody's saying, does a pretty good job. Maybe he's able to actually teleport things into, hurricane areas or something. And so
his wife's mad at him. He I didn't mean to. I just teleported into Carol's bed. And
I hear you. I didn't know if it was evil or.
It was so uncomfortable, you know.
It's not a good thing. We should listen to the head of FEMA's disaster response once again. He wants you to know this teleportation thing is not something he'd ask for. It's scary.
Describe the very first time you were teleported.
It's scary in a way. I mean, you don't really know. Okay, is this evil? Is this good? What is this? What do I do with this? How do I deal with it?
Where's my psychiatrist's number?
Yeah. Well, one thing I don't have to deal with TSA lines.
That's true.
Teleport.
Teleport right to gate B.
Yeah, if everybody
B-17.
could do it. Yeah.
I mean, why could his kids can teleport too, or he can teleport?
I gotta hold their hand.
I don't
hold
think,
their hand.
No, he didn't. He just teleported there. Somewhere I gotta
left
find
him on the road.
The bigger story here.
Sorry.
Do you think it all starts out with some sort of binge? Wondering, what happened? I teleported, but then I had to walk back, so it took me a while.
Blacking out is a little bit like time travel.
Yeah, one time I teleported from a bar in Little Five Points to I don't know, it must have been 4 a.m. in my car at my old apartment complex over the curb. I don't know how that happened.
You just teleported.
Yeah.
Seems scary.
Hey, listen, we're making a lot. This is, maybe he actually knows how to do teleportation.
Okay, he's the only one.
All I can say is this. I grew up in America where, by and large, Republicans would shun this kind of idea. Like, this was stuff you got from, like, the fringe left in the 70s and 80s, you know? Like, well, we could do it through teleportation, man. It's a lot of it's peaceful. And like, these, to now that these are people that not only are Republicans, but in the Republican administration, and then other Republicans are like, well, hey, it's better than teleporting to a Burger King, right? He went to a Waffle House.
Yes, everything's fresh.
Good Georgia tradition.
I mean,
somebody like this in most of my life would never have found any kind of purchase in the Republican Party. That's what I'm saying. I'm not judging that. I'm simply pointing it out.
Listen,
the world's changing.
Listen, he worked for the government. We heard last week about how alien.gov was taken over by the government, how we, I guess, validated it, made it a website. I mean, he might be honest.
What is the story about that? Well, teleportation, you don't need aliens. Teleportation is just a way
Where do we get
of
the technology,
using-
Eric?
Star Trek, they invented it.
No, he's talking about maybe he's using the term teleportation because you're right. If you say teleportation, you think of needing some sort of platform and some sort of technology.
Yeah.
I think what he's talking about is what are they? Well, I don't know. If he can order the food and then eat it once he gets to the Waffle House, he's there. He's not imagining himself there.
He said that like he left his house, and then all of a sudden he realized he was at the Waffle House, but it was like 50 miles away from his home.
Yeah.
And then he was like, how did I get here? And then his family was like, you only left a moment ago.
Oh, really? So we can wait. So it wasn't Ambien. Because sometimes that'll happen. People will be on the Ambien, and then all of a sudden they'll just wake up in a Waffle House. They have no idea how they got there at 3 a.m.
They don't fail to
Tweeting about Valerie Jarrett.
They don't fail to mention that he has conspiracy theories about COVID and voter fraud as well. So.
Well, there you go. Well, he is in the administration. Why wouldn't he, for heaven's sake?
That's why I chose him.
You got to like.
He's got a great beard.
Yeah, you got to believe in voter fraud to get in the administration, don't you? Isn't that the first question? Do you believe that
Do you
the
believe
election
the 2020
was,
election was stolen?
What are you going to
You're
say?
in. Thank you, Mr. President.
Do you have him? This is interesting. Talking about this guy Joe Kent.
Sorry.
I believe that I put that in there.
Yeah. You want this one right here?
Yeah, so I want you to listen to this. This is the guy, Joe Kent. He's the guy who publicly resigned. He was the head of the counterterrorism department, and he said Iran was not an imminent threat. This guy I know that news goes by so fast, the news cycles. This was only like early last week or something. This guy resigned and put a letter out there. And this is what's amazing about this. So this guy's wife was killed by a suicide bomber in Syria, I believe. And so Trump is talking about how, I don't like him. I don't like that guy. But listen to the whole thing and ask yourself, is this really the process we should go through? I saw Joe Kent in a long interview, and he seemed like a pretty intelligent guy to me. I mean, he didn't creep me out in any way. He sort of seemed like an intelligent guy. But ask yourself, as Trump is going through this whole timeline, if this is the way or the process by which you should find the person that you put in charge of counterterrorism.
Look, I'm not a fan of the guy. If you look at, and you never cover this, if you look at his truths or whatever he went on, if it's X or truth, if you look at his truths or his statements, he was all for everything. All of a sudden, he wasn't. He was a man that I met at Dover. He came and his wife was killed. He remarried fairly quickly. His wife was killed, and I felt badly for him. He ran for Congress, he lost. He ran for Congress again, and he lost. I said, he's a guy, nice guy, seemed like a very nice guy. I met him, he was pretty heartbroken, but I said, it's a shame. He ran for Congress twice. Call him up, give him a job in the White House. Smart. They gave him a job in the White House, and this is what he does to me. Being a nice guy doesn't pay off too much.
All right, so however you think about this, or the guy Joe Kent, is this the way to find the person that you put at the head of the counterterrorism for the United States? I felt bad for the guy. He seemed like he was lonely. Is this really the process by which we should be deciding who is leading the counterterrorism?
I think so.
department.
I mean,
I felt bad for the guy. Hey, let's find him a job.
I met him. He was very sad. Married very quickly.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, that's,
Why you had to throw that in?
Well, very quickly.
Very Patton Oswalt kind of thing, right?
Yeah, very, very, very funny comedian. Joe Kent could be stand-up, but he's not good at his job.
Yes, George.
Trump mentioned he got married quickly after his wife died. It was 4 years and 7 months.
Don't you usually mourn about 10 years?
It should be.
I mean, if you get divorced, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, I was.
Trump's wives didn't have to die for him to leave them.
Yeah. I watched.
They turned 40.
Same thing to him, right?
Yeah.
I watched an hour-long interview with this guy, and basically what he was saying was that he felt, and this could tell you a little something, whether he's right or wrong, he felt like he had a better shot of influencing the president to his point of view if he was in the media rather than actually being in the White House. So he just feels like that's where he's getting his cues from. You know what? I get this newsletter from the Wall Street Journal every day with a bunch of stories, and it has the president's schedule. And I started to notice a lot of them say 8 a.m. executive time, and then he might have something to do at 11. He might have something to do at 2. And I'm like, executive time? What? So it turns out in the first administration, they created this term executive time. It's basically Trump upstairs in bed, doom scrolling, watching Fox and MS Now and CNN, and that's executive time is making phone calls and bitching about the media that he's watching.
Do you see Lawrence O'Donnell? Do something about it.
Let's say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says there's a crash on 400 in Sandy Springs.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric, and to the Doctrinaires as well. Yeah, stacked up unusually slow this afternoon on 400 northbound in Sandy Springs from 285 up to a crash. It's been hanging out in that right lane before Northridge Road exit 6. That's put extra pressure on Roberts Drive and Highway 9 Roswell Road as people have been using all of that as alternate routes. Elsewhere on I-285 westbound, the outer loop through Sandy Springs, brake lights finding from Georgia 400 over toward Riverside Drive, exit 24, heads up for a stall at Riverside Drive, partially in that left lane. 285 eastbound stacked in from Georgia 400 on the inner loop over to I-85. Delays continue southbound through Tucker and into Clarkston. Traffic brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in store, or you can shop online. Staples, that was easy. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
News. Major sinkhole in southeast Atlanta. Weather.
Temperatures for that are about 20 degrees below average.
Traffic.
New crash in Kennesaw.
Everything you need to know before you start your day.
Triple Team Traffic checks I-75 for you.
Atlanta's morning news. Tomorrow starting at 5.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
Your deck is more than just a place to flip a burger or have a cup of coffee. It gathers your friends and family on all your favorite occasions and is there to enjoy every day. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors, and we build beautiful, high-quality decks at a reasonable price. We're licensed and insured, provide exceptional customer service, design help, and we'll work with the materials you want. Strength, durability, beauty. Decks done differently. Built by Nelson Exteriors. Get your free estimate. Google Nelson Exteriors.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
I'm Rick Jackson. My dad abandoned us. My mom was an alcoholic, so I left the projects. Shoe shining, ticket scalping, vacuum sales. I found purpose in work and built a $3 billion business. Like President Trump, I don't owe anybody anything. And like you, I'm sick of career politicians. I'm running for governor to lead America in criminal deportations, to cut income taxes in half, freeze our insane property taxes, reform the system so that anyone who can work will work, and not just sit around binge watching Netflix and eating Cheetos. I'll let law enforcement do their job. And if you're caught helping a child change their sex, you're going to jail. I'm Rick Jackson, and I'll get these done. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Your time is important, and my friends at Cars for Kids respect your time. Hey, it's Shelley Winter. Cars for Kids offers quick, hassle-free pickup of your old vehicle. Just fill out the easy online form in minutes, and they'll send someone to tow away your unused car. You've heard the jingle. You know these good folks. Cars for Kids is hands down the fastest and easiest way to get rid of your old car. Do a good deed without wasting time. Go to carsforkids.org today. That's cars with a K.
Georgia Power is here for you with programs, tools, and incentives that lower your bill. But we also have a few ways you can save right now. Unplug devices like TVs when they're not being used, or use a power strip you can switch off. Make sure you're only using the lights you need. Change out your HVAC filter and make sure your vents are clear. Set your thermostat at 78 for max efficiency. But every degree closer helps, because everything we save on energy can be better spent being there for the people we care about. Visit georgiapower.com for more energy-saving tips.
The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. With the Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our Guaranteed Offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
There's so many things you want to upgrade on your home's exterior. You need experienced craftsmen who communicate and keep you comfortable through every step of your project.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. Trust the Plus family of businesses for everything on your list.
Painting Plus, anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
High five! Up top! Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Heck yeah! He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread. Yes! The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
So, Trump went to Graceland yesterday. I guess he was in Memphis doing the, talking about how safe Memphis is now because of everything they've done there. I don't know.
The military.
Kind of going on and on. Very long and rambling. But then after that, he went to Graceland and...
used the toilet.
Were you able to see the toilet? Did they even show people the toilet? Is that
well,
even
they show me. I said,
the
where was it? I feel so terrible. I mean, I loved Elvis. Yeah. But I used it. It still works.
And
Jungle Room was nice.
So, it seems like Trump thinks that Frank Sinatra and Elvis came out of the same musical moment or something.
He mentioned it twice within 3 hours.
I guess he meant the Biggies. I guess he meant, well, I knew the Biggies, I guess Frank Sinatra. Because Frank was Elvis before Elvis, and Elvis was Elvis before the Beatles. Frank Sinatra, we think of Frank Sinatra as the old Frank Sinatra, but when he became big in the 40s, going into the 50s, he was a teen idol, and he was... the gals would
They didn't think he was going to make it after he was a teen idol. He sort of lost a little bit, but then he came back bigly.
He did come back. But didn't he start out as like the singer for like Tommy Dorsey or something
like
that? One of those big bands.
And the mob helped him get out of it.
Yeah, of course. That's the way, if you want to get out, you need help. Nothing wrong with that. So, he mentions the fact that he did know Frank Sinatra, but he didn't know Elvis twice. But so this is you want.
Well, let's do the first one before he gets to Graceland.
Yeah,
he
announces that he's going to. There's something happens here at the very end that it's just like one of those Trumpian things. Like I don't think he'll be there very long. But I don't know why is that. Not, I don't know. Go ahead.
I love Elvis. I never met Elvis. Everyone said, "Did you?" I met them all. I met Sinatra. I knew all of them. I never met Elvis. Sometimes I feel I should tell the little fibs that I knew him well. I love Elvis, but I never met him. But I'm going to go see Graceland after this, I think. I'm sure it's not going to be a very long stay.
What? It's like, there's nothing offensive about that. What
did he mean by that?
What is that? I
Well,
you're the
I'm not gonna
president.
be
You
there
don't stay
very
in.
long. I'm going to go in and out, use the bathroom.
I had no idea you loved Elvis.
I love him. All the greats. Never met him. I should tell him.
Now, Elvis died in 1977, didn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
So Trump doesn't even really get to the point where he's famous, Trump, until the 80s, right?
Yeah.
His favorite song is, he was asked his favorite Elvis song, and it was This One Hurt. Which is not really one of the more...
Listen to that voice. Wow. The
A
king.
little bit of a deep track, I have to say, slightly.
I like the deep cuts.
Yeah. Do you have him when he walks into Graceland? He basically says the same thing.
Yeah, basically the same thing.
We're not going to be here very long.
Could imagine being one of the aides because you're like, oh, here he goes again.
Elvis would be very happy about that, right?
Everyone loves Elvis.
I love Elvis. Yeah. Elvis, they all say, did you know Elvis? So I knew Frank Sinatra. I knew most of them. Unfortunately, I never met Elvis, and that would be one I would have liked a lot. But I do like his music, I will say. So thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming and visiting us.
Okay, let's take a look.
All right. So welcome to the living room. All right.
Walk into the living room. This is where
Where are the
Elvis...
panties? Where did he keep the panties?
Where did he keep the pills?
Well, that too,
Where
but
did he
also
keep
the panties. He loved panties, Elvis.
Apparently, is that true? Is that an urban myth?
I've always heard. I had people look
There's
into
stories
it.
that he
It's true.
enjoyed wearing the frilly underwear.
No, he
I
didn't
don't-
wear them. He collected them.
Oh, I heard he wore them.
Well, I didn't know that part. I still love him.
Now, Mr. President, the bathroom is still fully intact. They make sure to check on it every week to make sure that it is.
Make sure nobody's sitting on it.
Make sure it's exactly as Elvis left it.
I'm sure it's not
Maybe
part
not
of
exactly how he left.
I know a guy
It's not
who
part of
used
the
it and got in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, he was part of a film crew, and he had to go to the bathroom.
And he didn't know that was the real
No,
one?
he knew, but it was
Yes.
the only bathroom close enough for him to go.
That's outrageous. That man is a traitor. Alex Williams is now watching Downtown.
Yeah, slow commute into the city this afternoon, evening, Eric. 400 southbound, getting a little bit slower back in Buckhead from Lennox Road, but the big jam hits you on 85 south at the merge with Georgia 400. About 15 to 20 minutes of delay just to get down to I-20. 75, 85 north, same story. Brake light battle, University Avenue up to some trouble, mostly off to the right past Peachtree, Pine Street, and a stall pushed off to the right in northwest Atlanta, 75 northbound at Moores Mill Road. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. Now, listen, here's a scenario. This happens every day in Atlanta. A person gets in a wreck, you file a claim with your insurance, then the insurance steers you to their preferred auto body shop for an estimate. It's a short list. They do this because these places are in bed with the insurance companies. They work with the insurance companies to cut corners on your repairs. Do not do this. If you get sick, do you go where your insurance company tells you to go? If you are hurt in an accident, do you go to an attorney where your insurance company tells you to go? No, you go where you're going to get the best care for you. RJ's Auto Body Plus works in your best interest, not the insurance company. Better service, better parts, and paint. And in most cases, a more timely manner. They'll even come get your car and tow it in. Family owned in Marietta, Georgia by my friends Jeff and Edith. Search RJ's Auto Body Plus or 770-955-5020.
Not only are uneven concrete surfaces around your house eyesores, they can be serious tripping hazards. AquaGuard's concrete lifting solution is just what you need. Go to aquaguard.net today and set up a free inspection. Remember,
AquaGuard.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Thou pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold at the spot price. At today's prices, those 33 ounces would be worth over $150,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why I buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's a crucial part of my balanced strategy. Gives me peace of mind given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you, too. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold. Now that's peace of mind. Text Dan to 989898. Again, text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 today. Message and data rates apply.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, President Trump confirms he's interested in a GOP deal splitting ICE from the Homeland Security funding bill to end all this airport chaos.
Well, I'm going to look at it, and we're going to take a good hard look at it. I want to support Republicans.
It's been a much better day at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport with wait times to get through security less than an hour today. This traveler appreciates the TSA agents who remain on the job when they're not getting paid.
We could be going nowhere and have no TSA at all. So the fact that they even show up, is amazing.
As the partial government shutdown drags on, members of Congress are losing out on some special treatment from Delta.
In a statement, Delta Airlines says it will temporarily suspend specialty services to members of Congress flying Delta. The airline says it's become increasingly difficult to keep customers as a priority in the current environment. Delta says while the Congressional Service Desk, known as the Delta Desk, will remain open, some services for lawmakers will be put on hold for now. Delta CEO Ed Bastian said last week that it's inexcusable that security agents are not being paid and ridiculous to see them used as political chips. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
70 degrees in Atlanta. When we'll see a big warm-up. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A student is in custody after a gun scare today at Hillgrove High School in Cobb County. A school district spokesperson says the school was placed on a code red lockdown after a firearm was detected on campus. District police responded immediately and the student was apprehended in about 12 minutes. A 15-year-old student is in custody and the firearm has been recovered. The NTSB says it's learning more about the deadly crash between a plane and a fire truck at New York's LaGuardia Airport through an early analysis of the cockpit and flight data recorder. Correspondent Cammie McCormick has new details on the investigation.
National Transportation Safety Board Chair Jennifer Homendy says a runway warning system failed to sound an alarm moments before the collision.
Truck 1, however, did not have a transponder.
And she said investigators don't know yet whether the two people in the fire truck heard the control tower's last-second warning to stop. And investigators want to know more about the role of controllers.
It is not clear who was conducting the duties of the ground controller. We have conflicting information.
But she warned against jumping to conclusions.
Georgia lawmakers pass a bill to increase penalties for protesters who block traffic. If convicted, a protester could face up to a year in jail, a $5,000 fine, and even potential for lawsuits. Democrats like State Representative Carla Drenner believe the measure could have a chilling effect.
The most powerful deterrent to protest is not a misdemeanor. It is the threat of financial ruin.
Supporters say the bill is about ensuring people can get to work and emergency vehicles can get to where they need to go. Atlanta police break the case of a double homicide. They arrest 35-year-old Marcus Caldwell for his involvement in a shooting last November on Hardy Street. He's charged with 2 counts of murder and other charges. The owner of some of the most popular malls in the country, including some here in Metro Atlanta, loses his battle with cancer.
The board of directors for Simon Property Group calls David Simon the singular leader of the most admired real estate company in the world, leading an effort to transform major shopping and entertainment areas. Among the group's many properties, Lenox Square, Phipps Plaza, Mall of Georgia, and the North Georgia Premium Outlets in Dawsonville. It also took a 50% stake in the Atlanta-based company behind Pond City Market. Simon was 64. His son Eli has been named the company's new president and CEO. Jeddick and Botham, 95.5 WSB.
A new Harvard study finds the pandemic had a major impact on young children's attention spans and self-control. Professor of Early Childhood Education, Dr. Stephanie Jones, says kids were dealing with a lot during that time.
Elevated parental stress, economic instabilities, illness. People were sick and afraid and worried about getting sick. Lots of social isolation.
The researchers gave more than 3,000 children ages 3 to 11 an executive function test assessing their focus, memory, and cognitive relative flexibility and found all those factors declined. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Just watched a stall clear. They towed it away. Left lane is back open in Sandy Springsville. 285 west, the outer loop, Riverside Drive, exit 24, but not going to make much of a difference because it's going to be slow behind it coming out of Dunwoody from Ashford Dunwoody Road. Gets a little bit better over to I-75, but that southbound ride bunches in again on the west side perimeter from South Atlanta Road down to I-20. In DeKalb County, you're bunched up on the inner loop, 285 eastbound from Georgia 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard. Then it gets extra slow southbound through Tucker and Clarkston from I-85 down to Highway 78 to Stone Mountain Freeway. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Partly cloudy and breezy this evening. Temperatures falling to the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds, high 67. A big warm-up for Thursday, climbing into the upper 70s.
Right now, it's 70 in Decatur, 68 in Sewanee, and 67 in Hampton. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
When a company works in your home, you find out fast if they're the real deal. Chris Chandler for the people I trust in my home. TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. They're fast, friendly, and fully stocked, highly trained, true pros that keep me informed and fix it right the first time. I just sit back, relax, and let TE Certified handle everything. They're the real deal.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Hurt on your bike? Steel Horse Law is the most experienced local law firm to protect your rights.
Calling all HVAC contractors. Ferguson is your one-stop shop for Ruud equipment, parts, and supplies to keep every job moving. Now stocking Ruud, Ferguson gives you reliable inventory, expert product knowledge, and fast turnaround when time matters most. Don't let shortages or delays slow down your business. We're fully stocked and ready when you are. Plus, our team is here to help you find the right solution for every install. Visit a Ferguson location near you. Ferguson HVAC, proud to partner with Ruud in Georgia.
Good boy, Rufus. You fetched a doggone great deal. It's Dave Baker with Rufus, the chief barking officer at Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. They're rolling over high interest rates with 0% financing available and flexible payment options, making roof replacement easy and affordable. 0% financing that won't chew up your wallet? Now that's something to bark about. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
As the president would say, kind of a slight incursion to sports. First of all, apparently Tua is letting Michael Penix Jr. know that this isn't going to be easy. Have you seen any of these?
I have not seen these.
Tua's out there saying, I'm used to competing for a job, and I'm ready to compete for a job, and, kind of will be friendly, but not necessarily friends. The problem is that Tua's ceiling just seems so obvious. Just out of health. Just
they
out
could
of health.
combine them both. Maybe you'd have somebody that doesn't get hurt.
Well, maybe we'll have to go get we got to use those headless humans. Maybe move the organs and stuff from them to these guys.
Well, you never know. By the end of the year, we just signed Trevor Siemian. So he's our third string quarterback. Yeah, so Trevor Siemian.
He's still alive?
Yeah. Yep.
Siemian. Alive.
Just kidding. I didn't know he was still he's still been in the league the whole time?
He's been in the league, so he's our third string now.
Yeah, Trevor Siemian, Autumn. I think he popped for a moment in Denver, and then Houston made the worst trade of all time, gave away a whole bunch of stuff for him. They say sometimes when you because the front office in NFL football teams, they'll make a big deal for somebody, or they'll move up and they'll get somebody from in the draft, they're giving up capital and everything, and then you get to camp, and everybody in camp knows.
They know.
Will you stop? Everybody in camp knows.
You involved me.
Like within one day, this guy ain't going to make it. And that's what happened with Trevor Siemian. As I recall, he must have had a couple of good games with the Broncos.
He was flashy.
And then Houston was like, yeah, we're going to, I don't know, I think they may have given up a number one or something to get him. And literally by the time he got into camp, within 1 or 2 days, the coaches knew, this is not the guy. But you still make a lot of money in the league being backup or even in third, you
went 8-6 with him in 2016.
Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah. But look at how much Houston gave to get him. I think he was gone a year later.
Well, he was. It says here that he was on Denver, the Jets, and New Orleans and Chicago.
Okay, then I've got him mixed up with who was the other person that came out of Denver? There were two. There was another guy who came out of Denver and got a big contract. Well, obviously, what I'm talking about was Simeon. I'm pretty sure that happened, though. Am I living in an alternate universe?
No, you're not
Brock
wrong.
Osweiler?
Yeah,
I'm thinking of Brock
that's
Osweiler. That's exactly what I'm
Are you
thinking
guys
of.
just making this up?
Yeah, Trevor Simeon, Brock Osweiler. What? These don't sound like real names to you?
right?
What? These don't sound like real names?
Autumn was trying to correct us the whole time.
Yeah,
She knew.
She was. She knew. I don't know. It sounded to me like she was just kind of going along with it. Everything I said, she was like, yeah.
No, we were.
Oh, no, I totally am following exactly what you're talking about. Brock Osweiler?
Yes. So Trevor Simeon went a different route, but there was a moment for him, too, where people thought that he was going to be something. And, okay, now he's, hey, welcome to Atlanta, man.
Yeah.
Why am I being so mean to the dude?
Players play.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Yes. Well, that's where the players play, unless they're on third string, which they don't. But
considering Tua and Penix's history, he probably might play.
He might be your starting
Trevor's
quarterback.
time.
That's time. It's Trevor's time.
Trevor time.
It certainly is. So, okay, so at least you're going to have a battle. Tua is talking trash. And then Hawk Tua. So there's a new leader of the NFL Players Union, and his name is J.C. Tretter. I don't know much about him, but the first headline I'm seeing is, so the NFL wants 18 games. They got 17, used to be 16. Actually, it used to be 14 when I started watching the NFL. But so now they're going up to, everybody knows they want to get to an even number. They want to get to 18. And this J.C. Tretter is like, well, I'm going to defend our players and their health. And can I tell you something? The NFL Players Union is a joke. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's not like you could have somebody better in there and they would do better. It's just a matter of leverage. You've got, now most people who go into the NFL, by the way, are not Lamar Jackson or Pat Mahomes or Josh Allen, who are, appear to be headed for the Hall of Fame and make a gajillion dollars. If their career was over tomorrow, they'd be multi-millionaires. That's not the case for most players in the NFL. The average, they call it NFL, not for long. I think the average career is like 3.5 years maybe, and you have to make as much money as you can in that time. And then the teams are owned by multi-billionaires who can afford. See, usually, we'll strike. Everybody loves the NFL, and if we strike, you don't have a product. The owners have made it known over the years they are willing to cancel an entire season if they need to. They can absorb that. They are such billionaires that they can actually absorb canceling an entire season. And then 95% of your rank and file has between 3 and 4 years to make all the money that they're going to make. And so for that reason, it's not because if the leadership was better, there's just no leverage. The billionaires can absorb way more pain than the average player can. So for that reason, the billionaires who own the sport are going to get their way.
Well, until now, Eric, J.C. Tretter's in, man.
He's coming
New
in.
regime, he's coming in.
It's like when they try to say for a while, I can't remember the one thing they were, veterans, after the pandemic, a lot of veterans were like, hey, we've proven that you don't have to go to that opening mini camp, whatever. And there was an idea for a while, the voluntary thing that's not so voluntary. There was for a while, it was like, well, if everybody doesn't go, we'll get power. You're telling somebody who just got out of college and they just got drafted and this is their chance for 3.5 or 4 years to try to make a few $1 million. You're going to tell them the first move they're going to do is not show up for the thing that it's just the power differential is so much that the Players Union only really gets what the billionaires decide to grant them. And again, there's nothing that can be done about it. You can't have better leadership that changes it. When you have people who are willing to shut down the sport for an entire season.
It's polar opposite of baseball.
I guess. I don't know as much about baseball.
I think in the baseball, the players have all the cards.
Yes, have all the power, have all the. But, an NFL football team, it takes 53 people plus 16 on the practice squad for every team. So that's a lot of jobs. That's a lot of people making $1 or $2 million. It's still a lot of money. I know we rank these people like, oh, he only makes $2 million. Well, if you went into a job for 4 years and you walked out with $7 million in your back pocket, in most areas of society, hey, hell of a job.
Yeah, most people don't make that over their entire lifetime.
I've never made $7 million in radio.
This J.C. Treader, by the way, if you want to know more about him and why he's going to make a difference, he is the one in 2020 when they negotiated that helped launch team report cards.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Won the vote over the locker room or over the players.
And by the way, now that's not a thing anymore. It gets leaked, but it used to be put out officially and publicly. The owners didn't like it. It's an owners league. And the NFL, I heard this year for the 2026 season, you're going to have access to 10 types of channels or streaming services if you wanted to watch every game. They've gone back to CBS. There are reports they've gone back to CBS, and the NFL has said, we want double the amount of money that you've been spending on us. Do you know, like, Netflix gives them like $1 billion a year just for the Christmas games? $1 billion. So at what point, like, is the NFL, they're so popular, and then you add gambling to it, but they're so popular. It's difficult for me to think about how they could lose the audience, but I wonder if they're not easy to find at some point, whether it begins to take a toll. It's just hard to believe because the NFL is the most popular thing in America.
I agree with you to that extent, but where it is a problem is, I mean, think about now. Like if you're trying to watch the Braves, right? You have to have another streaming service for it. If you're trying to watch the Hawks, they're in another place. There's all these different streaming services. MLS is through Apple now, but it's a special area of Apple that you have to pay for. And if I'm a young kid and I'm trying to get involved in like MLS or
just being entertained,
and try to follow my favorite team, it's hard to do. So
yeah,
I think the NFL
we
could
know
go that
out
way.
there. I mean, I grew up thinking, boy, Sears, that'll be around forever. I mean, when you're in the middle of it, it seems like, well, these things are just monoliths. And right now, the NFL. So if something were to happen 10 years from now where things started to go down, it would be because of the things that are being done now, to get every dollar that's on the table.
I mean, I
don't know if it's actually going to work that way, especially when you add gambling, because then the interest even gets deeper.
To that point, I still watch all of the Falcons games primarily on Fox over the air. I have an antenna at my house, and I just put it out. And it's free, so I'm able to get it that way.
I like to watch the Sun. If they've got so many games going during the week now that Sunday Ticket isn't what it used to be. It's like I'm left with like 6 games maybe. I remember when I first got Sunday Ticket, it was like, oh my God. It was all except for what? Maybe 3 games? What, the Sunday night game, the Monday night game. And Thursday, but even I had Sunday Ticket before Thursday stuff started. So it was every game was Sunday except for 2 games until Thursday came along. Now it's 3 games. And I think my goodness, but they would have it Monday through Sunday if they could. Would that make people like?
I think they'd lose interest.
Sometimes I have lost interest in the middle of a season, like Thursday game.
I mean, I already get annoyed having to set my fantasy lineup on Thursday night. I'm like, sometimes you're like, it's a crappy game. I got to set my lineup. Autumn too. Autumn knows.
Well, they're making when they can get Netflix to give them $1 billion a year to have games on one day. Reports of their death are coming in way too early. They seem to be doing pretty well right now. Alex Williams says I-20 is slow in DeKalb.
Yeah, got put into slow motion earlier, Eric, with trouble we had on I-20 eastbound at Panola Road, exit 71. The trouble's long gone, but the delays, they have not gotten any better. It's bumper to bumper to leaving 285. But once you get past Panola Road, much better out into Lithonia. Tap of the brakes through Conyers, passing West Avenue on the West Freeway. 20 westbound, on and off the brakes out of downtown toward Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and Holmes Drive. And then the brake lights find you again near the theme park from Riverside Parkway, staying sluggish out to Lee Road, exit number 41. 20 eastbound, slow through downtown. I'm seeing some brake lights from Lowry Boulevard stretching past the downtown connector toward Moreland Avenue. Just a little bit of volume there. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
WSB's looking for a home for Pecan. Chris Chandler here from Atlanta's Morning News. Pecan, whichever. She's our WSB Dog of the Month with Paws Atlanta. We'll get a little bigger than what you see at WSBRadio.com when you have a look. 5 months old, fun, silly. Our sponsor, Finley Roofing, pays the adoption fees. WSBRadio.com/dog.
I have a gift for every homeowner in Georgia. Whether you need new windows now or sometime down the road, this message is for you. Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort. People tell us all the time, Ray, don't waste my time. I already had one of those big national window companies out here. You know the ones. They sit at your kitchen table for 2 hours, and the price is so high it feels like you need a second mortgage. And that's exactly why Window Comfort was built differently. We go factory direct, no franchise fees, no brand tax, no bloated commissions, which means higher quality windows for you at a fraction of the price. Our mission's simple: make high quality windows affordable for everyday homeowners. And right now it's even better. We're doing buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, we're adding free installation and no payments till 2028. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Go to windowcomfort.com today.
Trust is earned over time. And when it comes to retirement, we believe families benefit from the trust built on long-standing personal relationships with their financial advisor. Because retirement isn't just about money, it's about confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. At Capital Investment Advisors, we help families plan, manage their investments, coordinate with trusted professionals, and stay focused on what matters most. If you're looking for a financial partner, visit yourwealth.com. That's YOUR Wealth.
As a Massey Services technician, we have earned the trust of our customers. So much so, we're often called upon for a second opinion.
Did you want performance or all-season tires?
What would my Massey technician say?
Tough call. A much easier one is protecting your home with Massey's termite protection, which includes an unlimited repair guarantee that covers the structure and contents of your home.
Massey Services, offering expert advice and much more. Expect more and get it.
Belinda Skelton here, and I'm with Troy Pensa. Took me up on my free offer of a heart scan from Virtual Imaging and has an incredible story to tell.
I had actually signed up for an Ironman triathlon. As a proactive measure, I went to Virtual Imaging to get my heart scan done. Turns out that my score was a little higher than anticipated. Luckily, my primary care physician took serious notice of it, referred me to a cardiologist. I had my stress test and found out I had 3 blockages.
You weren't having any symptoms.
As an athlete and somebody who's been active my entire life, I never thought that I would even have a remote blockage, but turns out that it's hereditary.
You didn't even experience any chest pains?
None whatsoever.
Wow, that's the scary part. What are you waiting for? Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan with few minimum requirements. If not for yourself, then do it for a loved one. Call now at 770-678-SCAN or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com. 770-678-SCAN.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Dave Baker here. I've been around this industry a long time, and here's what I've learned. The best suppliers don't just fill orders, they help you solve problems. That's why so many pros rely on Randall Brothers. The team at Randall Brothers understands construction, old houses, new builds, decks, all of it. You can bring in a sample or hand them the plans, and they'll help you get it right before it turns into a costly mistake. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries.
Well, Autumn, we know more about why Kendra Duggar was arrested.
I know why she was arrested.
Well, I'm representing to,
Oh, you could ask me.
our
Okay.
listeners.
We know.
And we
Petridge
know.
Farm remembers.
We now
I'm not sure,
know.
Eric. What happened?
Thank you, Jared. I appreciate you playing along.
No.
Somebody's a team player. So they did an inspection and they found out of their house, and they found out that there were and the door locks being on the exterior of the doors.
Yeah.
So they were locking their kids inside of rooms.
Well, that was the
sus?
the allegation, the suspect, whatever.
Well, I mean, if you have a lock on the outside of a door, and that seems to be like every door that you put the kids in.
Yeah, they do that blanket training.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's Bill Gothard's. Sorry, he just preaches for it, but
Yeah.
it's somebody else's like technique where you're basically like breaking the child by keeping them on the blanket, and when they get off of the blanket, then they're punished.
Oh.
You know,
well,
with,
why
like,
do you have
you
to
know-
lock them into a room to do that?
Because then you have to. It's like part of it. It's
Oh.
like an escalation of this thing. You know, like when they're babies, it's about a blanket.
Well, you know, when you got 19.
Older.
Well, they don't have 19 kids. They only have 4, right? So
No, only 4.
Yeah.
Only 4.
Yeah, it seems. I don't know if there's actually a rule. Is there an actual law that says that you can't do that? But I don't think it's a good idea to be. You know, just in terms of like if there's a fire, you probably wouldn't want to have your kids locked inside of a room that they can't get out of. Doesn't seem like a smart thing. I don't know. Are there specific
Well,
laws?
it must be a law if it's false imprisonment.
Or they heard stories from neighbors, or one of these kids started saying other things that were going on, and that brought them in to look, and then they saw the locks, and it might be that they're marrying that with some other allegations that
Yeah, I
are
don't
coming,
know about that.
I would think. But anyway, the Duggars, not a good family. Okay, it's not in doubt anymore. So if you ever liked them, it's time to jump off that wagon. Oh, you want to give some stuff away?
I'm feeling generous.
This is something
especially after that story.
Yeah,
Let's do something nice.
This is something the Duggars would never do, actually be kind to others. We're going to give away 2 tickets to the Black Crows. You can see them on Saturday, May 23rd at Ameris Bank Amphitheater. But first, you have to be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says there's a crash clearing downtown.
Yeah, we as well in the traffic center like to give some good news when we can, Eric, and that is I just watched Hero units pull out of the right lane where they've been blocking it for a while with a crash, 7585 northbound, pretty much right under that North Avenue bridge before you get up to 10th Street north of Peachtree Pine, so that's definitely put extra pressure on the ride back at University Avenue, and slowed 20 eastbound trying to ramp on to the connector. Southbound, that's just all volume starting in Buckhead on 400 southbound, about 25 to 30 minutes from there to make your way down to I-20 and Northside Drive extra slow this evening in both directions south of I-75, really between I-75 and 10th Street. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
You're a planner? Good for you. Hot weather is coming, but you'll be cool and comfortable with TE Certified. Chris Chandler for TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. March is the lowest price of the season for AC maintenance, just $59. Their expert technician service all brands, so be an early bird. Schedule your $59 AC checkup by March 31st.
TE certified. We love your home.
High five! Up top! Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Heck yeah! He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread. Yes! The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter. I have to tell you about my experience with Southern Exteriors. When their rep came to my house, he showed up on time, explained everything in plain English, and walked me through my options for my windows and doors. No pressure, just honest answers. They even offered to clean my gutters complimentary. For a stress-free in-home consultation, call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co to set up your own free estimate, just like I did. These are true professionals you can trust.
No hot water, leak, or clog slowing you down? At Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services, we bring helpful to the home with same-day water heater service and reliable plumbing repairs. Bring comfort back to your home. Local folks, straight answers. Powered by Ace Hardware. MoncriefAir.com.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and to say thank you, they're lowering their service fee to $60 all month long. Dave Baker here. This means now is the perfect time to get your faulty outlets looked at, your HVAC system tuned up, or that small plumbing issue diagnosed before they become major repairs. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted the Coolray name to keep their homes running smoothly. See them on the web at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story, victims of clergy sexual abuse call it a huge step for Georgia. State lawmakers unanimously send a bill to Governor Kemp's desk that addresses those crimes. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
The legislation increases the jail time and fines for clergy convicted of sexually abusing someone in their care, and for survivors like Haley Swenson, the legislation is an important step forward.
Not just for me, but for so many others. It feels like light was breaking through the darkness, and what was hidden, what was misused, is now being brought into truth and justice.
The legislation will now bring clergy in line with police officers and teachers if they're accused of sexual misconduct. 14 other states already have similar laws. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
70 degrees in Atlanta, dropping into the mid-40s tonight, and when we're back into the low 80s, meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A scare today at Hillgrove High School in Cobb County. WSB's Sabrina Cupid reports a gun was found and a student arrested.
Cobb County Schools is crediting the safety investments made by the district and the training of staff in today's quick reaction after a gun was detected at Hillgrove High. According to a district spokesperson, as soon as that gun was detected, the school went into action and issued a code red lockdown. The entire incident, from the time the gun was found to the student being arrested, took just 12 minutes. A 15-year-old has been arrested.
A judge grants an Army veteran a $1 bond as she faces charges for violating Georgia's 6-week abortion ban. This report all new at 5 o'clock.
The defense attorney, the prosecutor, and the judge all expressed doubt about charging 31-year-old Alexia Moore with malice murder after she bought abortion-inducing meds online and delivered a fetus police say was 22 to 24 weeks. Moore told ER staff she'd estimated she was no more than 14 weeks along. The baby lived for almost an hour. A Brunswick Circuit Superior Court judge granted Moore a symbolic $1 bond plus $2,000 more for having drugs including oxycodone, which she had taken for pain. The DA did not oppose bond and says police did not consult him before charging Moore. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It's been a lot calmer today at the world's busiest airport. Hartsfield-Jackson General Manager Ricky Smith says wait times have been down dramatically.
We had about an average wait time of about an hour. 45 minutes to an hour, which is, a much shorter wait time than we've experienced over the last few days.
He says the spring break rush has tailed off a little bit today. There appears to be a move by Republicans to fund the Department of Homeland Security and get TSA workers paid.
The Senate Majority Leader says Republicans are prepared to agree to fund everything in the Department of Homeland Security except ICE's enforcement and removal operations. John Thune says the package would not include reforms to ICE that have been a sticking point for Democrats for over a month.
If you're not going to have funding, I don't know how all of a sudden now you can demand reforms.
Democrats have said for weeks they would fund aspects of DHS other than ICE.
Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports it was an idea President Trump rejected days ago, but now appears to support. A runaway teenager is arrested in connection with an attempted bathroom assault earlier this month at a Kroger in Cherokee County. Investigators say a woman used her keys to fight off the would-be attacker when she noticed someone standing outside a bathroom stall. After finding the suspect with several bags stolen from Kroger Investigators link him to the attempted attack. He's now charged with criminal attempt to commit rape and criminal trespass. Hundreds of new jobs are coming to Gwinnett County.
UCB, a global biopharmaceutical company, plans to invest $2 billion for its first U.S. manufacturing facility. The company expects to generate 330 new jobs over the next several years. The new plant will be miles away from the company's North American headquarters in Smyrna. Governor Kemp calls it a significant milestone for the life sciences industry in Georgia. UCB says it expects to generate about $5 billion in total economic impact from the project. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Looking for new trouble as we speak in DeKalb County, Bill. In Clarkston, looks like a new crash. 285 northbound, the outer loop at Church Street, exit 40. Already seen the brake lights back toward Memorial Drive. I believe it's going to be a left lane impacted here, but I'm going to spin the jam cam and confirm that for us. 285 southbound, the inner loop. That's just all volume, leaving I-85 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. Heads up, I-75 northbound, also new trouble I'm looking for at Delk Road, exit 261, delays back to 285. And in Cherokee County, bad crash shutting down Highway 140, that's Hickory Flat Highway at Stringer Road, I should say. You can use Highway 20 as your alternate there. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, breezy, and chilly tonight as temperatures fall into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds and climbing into the upper 60s. Temperatures will bounce upwards into the 70s by Thursday with a high around 78. We're back into the low 80s by Friday with mostly sunny skies. A dry cold front will move through late Friday night into early Saturday morning. That means temperatures will come down this weekend with mostly sunny skies and highs in the upper 60s.
And right now it's in the upper 60s, 68 in Marietta, 69 in Conyers, and 68 in Peachtree City. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with a hearty congratulations to Josh Frazier of Fairmont. Won 2 tickets to see the Black Crowes on Saturday, May 23rd at Ameris Bank Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Well, here he is with his full head of hair, mocking me in my very existence in my entire life is Bill Crane.
That beard's looking really good, though.
Thank you, sir. I try to show off that I could grow it in other places. Come on over sometime. I'll show you even more. But until then,
I didn't know we were that close.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay.
Bill Crane is here so that we can do the weekly Crane Brain Drain. That brain is full of politics.
Full of something.
It's full of that, but also politics over a number of years. How long have you been doing this game, this political game?
I've been in and around politics in Georgia for 4 decades. I've been doing this on the air since 2000, so 26 years, and then started here in WSB in 2006. So
and started out as some kind of child performer of some kind. I gleaned this
from
time.
You were a
little
children's
rascal?
theater and some television commercials and a movie or two in the day.
There was a time where Bill Crane was, like when he was a teenager, was like, oh, these are the up-and-coming Georgia, the faces of the future. Am I wrong? And they would like ask questions. Hey, what are the young Georgians?
Did Jared go do your research or something?
I believe that through conversations with you that every once in a while
there were some things that, like the model legislature and stuff like that I got to do, but that was because I was interested in the girls that got to go, and you got to go downtown and stay overnight for a weekend.
Uh-oh, Autumn's going to get mad.
No,
sorry,
I'm not
Autumn.
mad.
Oh.
Bill Crane can do whatever he wants.
Okay.
Were you Billy Crane?
But also
I was
you were,
Billy
he's
Crane
talking
still
about
then, and I
people
would
being a
climb
kid.
on the outside of the balconies of the hotels.
Yes.
Those, the motel kind of style.
Mhm.
Climb over until I saw girl silhouettes on the other side and go.
Were you in UFO Target Earth?
I was in UFO Target Earth.
What is UFO?
Much to my chagrin.
What is UFO Target
An
Earth?
electronics expert searching for evidence of aliens picks up signals that he believes are from a spacecraft, and they are coming
It was
from
a
lake.
very early move towards filmmaking in Georgia prior to Smokey and the Bandit and some, Deliverance and some of the real movies that was filmed around Metro Atlanta. And the lead character, I was him in flashbacks as a child.
Really? I have to see this.
Well, I'll send you the link. It's on Tubi and it's on Amazon and a couple other places if you're really desperate. But my big scene is about 10 minutes in, so you can watch that and kind of get the entire.
So you say the movie does not
With a
hold
voice
up
like this?
You're saying that the movie does not hold up.
It has some psychedelic moments in
Yeah.
it. It was early electronics of generating the alien character, and I'm told it was a midnight movie that people would go pop mushrooms in New York and
look at that.
really enjoy it. But my father walked out on the premiere, so I'll tell you.
Was it something political? Was he outraged by something?
He
He
couldn't
just said,
stand how bad the plot was, and so he, the whole cast was there, and even me as a kid in a tuxedo, and it was the Lowe's Tariff, and he says, "I'm going to go take a smoke break about 10 minutes after my big scene," and then he did not come back in, so he was still in the parking lot when the rest of us came out.
And he was in a Sidney Poitier movie with Will Geer.
Is that Grandpa
my
Walton?
part was about this big, but
Oh,
yes.
you're in the movie. Look,
Brother John.
We learn more and more.
Now I know who your research assistant is.
I just discovered that. I didn't know you were in the movies.
All right, we're here to talk politics, of course, with George's
the important stuff.
George's favorite child celebrity, Bill Crane.
Now an old codger.
That's right. So what do you have there, Jared?
I love this story. This is from the AJC. The Georgia Senate voted to move the state to one time zone, guys, Atlantic time, and we would not have to fall back. We would actually remain currently where we are now in the spring forward time.
No, I don't really care about this, but if it keeps us from having these stories about how people have to adjust to this twice a year, then I'm all
world
for
problem.
it. Yeah.
But I would point out, if we move to the Atlantic time zone and the rest of the East Coast does not, we're then out of sync with the financial markets, Washington, D.C., New York, and every other state
for
along
half
the
the year.
Eastern Seaboard for half the year. And our neighbors in Alabama, we do have people that live on the borders of Tennessee, the Carolinas, Florida Panhandle. They will be now 2 hours apart from what is now the central time zone that will fluctuate back and forth. So it creates some new problems and things like planning, particularly, again, if you're in a border city, business Zoom calls, et cetera, because, again, depending on who you're calling and where you're calling, you're moving yourself. And if you're a parent with children, and there's a lot in your audience that are, daylight will come at about 8:30 in the morning.
That's something that has been one of the arguments against this for a long time. Is that you don't want your kids out at bus stops when it's
pitch dark,
pitch black,
and it is part of the year now, but it's a very compressed window versus literally half the year. Trade one demon for another.
I didn't think of this. That for half the year we'll be out of sync with Eastern.
Correct.
We're going to be the trendsetters, guys. We're going to be the ones that set the bar.
With Nova Scotia and Puerto Rico and Cuba.
I'm telling you.
Now, hold on. Now, you have your ear to the ground on these political issues. Is there some kind of thought that if there is a few states that kind of lead on this, that there is some
Florida and
a
South
lot of people
Carolina
could go?
have been considering this. It still requires federal approval by the U.S. Department of Transportation Secretary. Doesn't have to go to Congress, which is what the other option would be if we abandoned it as a country, and which has been sitting, as many bills are in Congress, doing nothing for quite some time. But it still requires federal government approval. But if we're an outlier and we're the only state that does it, we're kind of going to be Kansas, which never does daylight savings time.
Yeah,
which is really funny for the people who live in Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas, because they have to figure out not only the hour of time change, because it's two different time zones, but during daylight savings time, they have to remember.
Well, that's gonna affect the Chiefs games in the future,
Yes,
because they're moving from
could.
Kansas City, Missouri to Kansas City, Kansas. Listen, this is, you have to admit, Jared, you weren't thinking this completely through.
I have a clock in
Jared,
I have a clock in every bedroom in my house and every room in my house. Pardon me. And it's not. It takes 10 minutes to And there are some body issues and syncs up, but. Yeah, all these crises that people.
Yeah, it's absurd. He just likes to see the sun more often. That's all that it is.
I called
he
Sean
worships.
Duffy
He might as well be
yesterday.
Egyptian. He worships Ra. Like it's just all about the sun for this guy.
Listen, I called our transportation secretary
Well, I guess
yesterday.
it makes happy hour an hour longer, right?
That, and then also, I like with getting off in the evenings. There's something nice about driving home
In daylight.
when there's some daylight. I'm okay with it.
Sure, but we get that half the year.
And for all the conservatives we know that listen to WSB, that everything has to be the way our founding fathers, Ben Franklin, gave us daylight savings time.
Oh,
Did he now?
Yes,
yeah. Are we gonna argue with Ben Franklin?
Yes.
I
That
don't
was
see you
dumb.
inventing the bifocals or the trifocals.
Well, he
or
messed
the
up on that one.
any of them.
Or the stove. Or electricity.
Well, he
He
messed
did
up.
not invent electricity.
discovered
it.
He
And he
harnessed
harnessed
it.
it.
Yes.
He harnessed electricity.
After he made it.
Yeah.
He invented the weather vane, and he invented the what's the thing you put in the ground that grounds your house, keeps it from burning?
That would be
The ground
lightning
wire.
rod.
That would be
like-
the lightning rod.
Yeah, he did
And by the way, I think somebody back me up on this. I think that before the lightning rod, like your house could explode. Like I think it was dangerous. Like every single time there was a lightning storm, like it was dangerous.
Reasons you didn't do skyscrapers back in the day.
Yeah.
It wasn't just building materials. Yeah, the building could catch on fire.
I often wonder if the American Revolution would not have been successful and England was able to arrest like everybody who signed the Declaration of Independence and all that. Obviously, a lot of them have been put to death because they would have had to do that to make some sort of point. I just wonder about Ben Franklin. He was so famous worldwide.
He was in France a good bit of that time. I think he and Jefferson probably would have been spared, just based on their world reputation.
Right, yeah. Because the people are like, hey, man, I don't have to worry about my house blowing up anymore because of this guy. Which,
yeah, I mean, he was in a lot of his inventions.
He got involved because he was old anyway, right? He was dead by 92, right? I mean, so he knew he was at the end of his life, so he could afford to kind of. But I don't think they want to kill. Yeah, it's just like people are like, hey, I've got these bifocals now. Let Ben live.
Let Ben
He was very
live.
popular with the court of France.
All the ladies.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
He funded the American Revolution by having sex with over 80 women. No, I heard
He had
he had
a book
8.
he wrote about passing gas that's still kind of funny if you have a chance to look it up.
Well, he was a funny guy as well.
Yeah,
huh?
he was also human. And poor Ben's Almanac.
Yeah, you know what? If people ever get down on it, it's like, hey, fart humor, I'll say, hey, Ben Franklin was in
and
fart
he,
humor.
basically gave us the American eagle as opposed to the turkey, which is the bird he wanted.
I thought he wanted the. Oh,
He wanted the turkey.
But
Mistake.
He pushed for the compromise.
Was it a mistake? He wanted the wild turkey.
Mistake. The eagle's way more
But
ferocious
an
than a
eagle
turkey.
looks grand.
Yeah,
hey,
it does have
what do you think
majesty.
Pete Hegseth wants? He wants a ferocious eagle.
Yes.
All right.
I agree with
You're
Hegseth
one of
on
those.
that.
He wants
you're
to
one of
cross
those-
a tiger and an eagle.
I'm okay with
A
that.
teagle.
Oh, you wanted the eagle. I thought you were saying you wanted the turkey.
No, why would I want
Oh.
the turkey? You
I
kidding
thought
me?
you were saying it was
It's a
a mistake.
majestic bird that can't fly very well.
No, I wanted the eagle was perfect. Good call there. Ben was wrong on that one too.
Hey, Jared.
Wrong.
Okay, I guess Ben
Wow.
Franklin wasn't right about everything.
He seeded the eagle. He gave it up, pushing the turkey. More practical choice.
He also said that thing about the sun on the chair in the constitutional. What do you call that? The Congress. What was it that time will tell us whether that sun is rising or setting on the American public? Something along those lines.
Yes, he did. I do vaguely remember that.
I saw that chair one day and I said, "Wow, Ben Franklin stood right here." Farted and made a joke about it. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 285 in Clarkston.
Still trying to get the jam cam pointed at this one, Eric, but I believe it's a left lane block. Nonetheless, it's 285 northbound, the outer loop right at Church Street, exit 40. Delays now stretch back almost to Covington Highway, so be prepared for that. If you're coming up from I-20, 285 east and southbound, you're looking at about 34 minutes to travel from Georgia 400 down to East Ponce de Leon Avenue, exit 40, where those delays finally start to improve. Just a bunch up again between Glenwood Avenue and that East Freeway. 285 westbound, the outer loop, that's a slow ride on the north side perimeter. Ashford, Dunwoody to Riverside Drive. Stay sluggish over to the Truist Park region. Then not going to find much relief with the brake lights continuing to glow southbound through Smyrna Bindings, passing Hollowell Parkway. Traffic brought to you by your Atlanta Braves. Baseball is back this weekend. The Atlanta Braves opening homestand starts this Friday as the Royals and Athletics roll into town. Grab your tickets at braves.com/promos. We are Braves Country. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB. I need your attention.
Where you're going is a given.
Use some caution as you travel through the area.
How you're getting there.
Major slowdown. That's the question.
The outer loop slow as you leave Truist Park.
Before you hit the navigation
And so
app.
maybe jump north of there and use La Vista Road.
Listen to the people you trust. Unusual delays with the direction of this crash.
Updated traffic as often as you need every time you listen.
Following extreme delays.
More experience, more reliable, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Triple Team Traffic.
And the delays are growing out of
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
A roof replacement that won't chew up your wallet? Now there's something to bark about. Findlay Roofing, the roof guys, are rolling over high interest rates with 0% financing and flexible payment options available. FindlayRoofing.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Chris, you've talked for years about the importance of having a financial plan in place because it gives us that roadmap for the journey of retirement. That helps us navigate the ups and the downs, when life doesn't go to script. But hey, when can we ever count on life to go according to script?
Yeah, it never does, but we can script it out for you financially. And this is a pretty
robust offer that we would present to you today. The first step is you call us or you go to unleashyourmoney.com and click that Portfolio X-ray button or the 401k X-ray. That'll allow us to do about a 10 to 14 page report. We give it to you. It assesses exactly what's included in your financial life, all of your investments. From there, if you want us to take step 2 for you, again, completely complimentary, free of charge, we will build you an income plan to replace your paycheck in retirement. That income plan also includes tax strategies, which are extremely important for people in today's environment. Then, if you want us to take the final step, we can fold all of that into a full financial plan and map it out for the rest of your life or until age 100. All 3 of those offers, completely free of charge, completely complimentary. I would start with that Portfolio X-ray. It'll take us a few hours to generate the report. We do all that behind the scenes. We give it to you in a half an hour, 45-minute meeting. Very valuable information for you to have on your ready and take home with you.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group today, 770-580-2024. That's 770-580-2024 or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Switch your termite protection to Breda Pest Management, and your rate is locked in for 10 years. And Breda's termite guarantee is unmatched in the industry.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
At Ameris Bank, we know it's never just business when it's your business. So we're here to be your partner. Whether you're launching a startup, expanding locations, or managing daily finances at your company, you can do it all with a committed financial partner on your side. Our expert business bankers are ready to empower you on your financial journey. We're Ameris Bank, and we're fiercely yours. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My wake-up call came 3 years ago. Like many of you out there, I was savoring some time with my parents. It's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. I remember we were preparing a meal and I saw my dad struggling with a boiling pot on the stove. That was the moment I knew I had to get into action on the home care options for my parents. Have you seen some red flags recently with your folks? Like them struggling with day-to-day tasks, being a little confused, having trouble remembering to take their meds. If your aging parents are showing signs, but they want to age in place in the comfort of their homes, please Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta and request a consultative call. It's free and it's a crucial step towards your parents getting what they want and need, allowing you, the child, to do your role and just love them. Google Four Seasons Home Care. That's Four Seasons Home Care.
All right, we are still with the star of the classic film UFO Target Earth, Bill Crane. Bill Crane, let people know how they can get more Bill Crane.
Well, don't look up that movie, but Bill Crane, Bill CSI Crane, my company.
I found
Bill
it.
Crane, One Man's Opinion. It is on Tubi. You can't find it, but you're in for about a grueling 90 minutes. Sorry. And most of the socials under CSI Crane.
Do we have another political story? That's what Bill Crane's here for. Or maybe film review. Now that we know that we have a former child actor.
Thespian.
You know, most child actors don't do very well. They end up robbing banks.
My own father, who walked out on the movie, told me one time, about a year after that, because I wanted to be an actor. And he said, you grow out of cute. You're not talented enough, and you're going to be broke and dejected and not employed. And I was like, let me give this some thought.
Look at
so
that.
Here I am.
Look at that. The hard truth made you what you are today. Thanks, Dad. All right, again, one more story?
Sticking with the Georgia Senate, they've been busy. They just passed a bill where high school students will no longer be able to use cell phones in class from bell to bell.
You mean not even in the hallway, in between classes?
Supposedly the only thing they'll be able to get them for on property is extracurriculars afterwards, and if they need plans or to coordinate pickup with parents, rides, because a lot of schools don't supply buses anymore, charters and magnets and things like that. But to Jared's point, from the first bell in the morning to the end of the bell day, you don't get it back for lunch unless there's some sort of emergency. They didn't get real specific how each county enforces this because there's a lot of different systems already in place. But they're already doing it in elementary and middle schools. It's had an significant impact on test scores. It's had a significant impact on alertness and retention in the classroom.
Ability to teach for the teachers.
Teachers love it.
Who's going to record the fights?
See, that's now it's up to the I think the custodians.
Okay.
It's their job to record the fights now.
And the teachers.
This is very important. I don't know if it's enough. It's probably not enough, but you have to do something. And the evidence is in. We thought when technology started creeping in, we got to change that to our classrooms. We got to get the technology in the classrooms because this is the way of the future, and we got to prepare our children. And the evidence is in. Technology comes into the classroom, IQs go down. It's that simple.
Well, because they're not following the lecture. They're watching something on YouTube or what have you, and that. Yeah, when you got a tablet or your phone, there is a choice, and particularly if it's a boring class, you're going to opt out.
Yes, and you know what? Sometimes learning to deal with a boring class, number one, you end up learning life skills. Number two, that's something you're going to have to do for the rest of your life. Once you go out into the workplace, you're not going to be wonderfully fascinated by every moment at work and every person that you're working with.
It's hard to make fractions interesting. It's hard to make certain elements of even what we're talking about, politics and social studies, interesting, but you don't know if you don't try.
Even reading is counterintuitive. Do you know?
Yeah,
reading. No, for everyone.
I don't.
Reading is a thing that it doesn't come natural to humans. You have to make yourself
learn how to
read, and then hopefully you fall in love with it. I mean, reading makes me sick to my stomach, and I still read all the time. I get like car sick. I have to fight my way through it, but I don't want a life without reading.
Don't you think seniors should have them? Because I mean, like the college route is not really a thing anymore.
No, I don't think because that it once they're in there, it affects everybody.
Then they'll be smuggling them to juniors. And,
And by the way, if you're found with a cell phone once this goes in, I say that you are excommunicated from society.
Not death penalty?
Not quite.
Okay.
It's not for a first offense. Alex Williams, thanks, Bill. Alex Williams has good news on 75 in Marietta.
Yeah, Eric had an earlier crash, 75 northbound Delk Road, exit 261. Thankfully, that cleared pretty quickly, and you're looking pretty good leaving 285. Brake lights will grab you north of there as you approach South Marietta Parkway. It's just waves of volume all the way up to Highway 92 in Ackworth. 575 northbound, sluggish up into Woodstock. Still dealing with that crash, shutting down Highway 140, Hickory Flat Highway at Stringer Road. Very heavy delays in both directions. Think about Highway 20, some other surface streets that might get you around that. 400 northbound. It's been rough all afternoon, and that same story continues with delays from I-285 up toward Northridge, and it bunches up again between Roswell and Alpharetta. Delays will stick with you getting up to McFarland Parkway in Forsyth County. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If you're suffering from burning, tingling, or numb feet, you need to pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Bruce Stevens, D.C., owner of Woodstock Health Institute. Dr. Stevens, what is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is actually nerve damage to the feet and legs.
And what are the symptoms?
Major symptoms are numbness and tingling, burning, muscle cramps, coldness in the hands and feet, and problems with balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It is treatable, and we've seen great results.
Call 678-743-9616 today to schedule the free neuropathy nerve damage screening. The screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you are a candidate for the treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe that there's nothing that can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. Call 678-743-9616. The first 25 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Space is limited. Call 678-743-9616.
Trust is earned over time.
And when it comes to retirement, we believe families benefit from the trust built on long-standing personal relationships with their financial advisor. Because retirement isn't just about money, it's about confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. At Capital Investment Advisors, we help families plan, manage their investments, coordinate with trusted professionals, and stay focused on what matters most. If you're looking for a financial partner, visit yourwealth.com. That's YOUR Wealth.
Cracks in your walls, sticky windows, musty odors. Your home is telling you it needs help. Visit AquaGuard.net today to schedule your free inspection. When it comes to foundations, crawl spaces, and basements, there's only one name to remember.
AquaGuard. If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top story, a new push aimed at ending the partial government shutdown that's caused all the chaos at the nation's airports. Correspondent Karen Travers reports from the White House. The president is asked today if he would support a current Republican plan to fund Homeland Security.
President Trump said that he would not be happy with any deal that Democrats and Republicans strike on funding for the Department of Homeland Security, and he was non-committal on if he would sign any deal. The president in the Oval Office Tuesday said any deal they make, quote, I'm pretty much not happy with it. Asked if he would be comfortable with a deal that involves separating ICE funding from the DHS funding package to reopen the agency, the president deflected and said a deal was being worked on.
Well, I'm going to look at it, and we're going to take a good hard look at it. I want to support Republicans.
Because of the long airport lines caused by the partial government shutdown, Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is suspending a major perk for members of Congress.
Delta Airlines has a special service desk for congressional members known as the Delta Desk. It helps members book trips, make ticket changes, and reserve flights on the same day, often to accommodate congressional votes. That perk now on hold. In a statement from Delta, the airline says the Capitol Desk remains open, but they've suspended specialty or elite services such as airport escorts and red coat services. Delta says members of Congress will be treated as any passenger based on their respective SkyMiles status. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
70 degrees in Atlanta. A big warm-up coming by the end of the week. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Abuse survivors call it an overdue change. Georgia lawmakers unanimously send a bill to Governor Kemp's desk increasing criminal penalties for clergy convicted of sexually abusing someone in their care. Abuse survivor Haley Swinson is thrilled.
It is allowing Georgia to take a huge stand to say no. This is an abuse of power.
Under the law, clergy convicted of sexual misconduct could face between 10 and 30 years in prison and up to a $100,000 fine. Supporters of medical marijuana are thrilled after state lawmakers approve expanding access in Georgia.
Medical cannabis has been a lifesaver for Corey Lowe's daughter, who battles seizures. The legislation approved by state lawmakers removes an existing 5% THC cap for medical cannabis, and Lowe says that will make a difference.
We've been crippled by the caps, and that's not fair. My daughter's nonverbal. She doesn't understand. She doesn't know why she's having seizures.
The measure also requires that the prescribing physician is licensed and practicing in Georgia, closing a previous unintended loophole. The bill is now awaiting Governor Kemp's signature. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A student is in custody after a gun scare today at Hillgrove High School in Cobb County. A school district spokesperson says the school was placed on code red lockdown after a firearm was detected on campus. District police responded and immediately University. The student was apprehended in about 12 minutes. A 15-year-old student is now in custody, and the firearm has been recovered. New details today on the deadly crash at LaGuardia Airport in New York. The NTSB says the fire truck that was struck by an Air Canada plane on the tarmac did not have a transponder needed to trigger a warning system. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy says investigators want to know more about the possible role of the air traffic controllers and whether they were distracted.
I have seen a number of reports from press about distraction, whether there was distraction among controllers. Look, I would caution pointing fingers at controllers and saying distraction was involved.
Federal investigators are now reviewing the plane's cockpit voice recorder. The owner of some of Metro Atlanta's biggest malls announces the death of its leader.
David Simon worked his way up through what became Simon Property Group, which reshaped shopping and entertainment destinations. They include the Mall of Georgia, Phipps Plaza, Lenox Square, and Dawsonville's North Georgia Premium Outlets. The company's board of directors says the 64-year-old died peacefully, surrounded by family following his battle with cancer. His son Eli has been named the new president and CEO. The board says David Simon's legacy is a company built to endure. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Well, unfortunately, got us down the travel advisory on the east side perimeter, Bill. Crash now in 2 left lanes, 285 northbound, the outer loop at Church Street, exit 40. Delays start before I-20. If you try to head up through downtown as an alternate, that's going to be extra slow as well on 7585 North University Avenue up into Midtown. Elsewhere, heads up on 400 northbound up into Alpharetta into Roswell and Alpharetta. Traffic troopers tell me there's a brush fire on 400 northbound between Mansell Road and Haynesbridge Road. I expect those right lanes to get blocked, and that's just going to make a ride even slower. It's already pretty much been bumper to bumper leaving I-285. Go ahead and consider Highway 9 as your alternate. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, breezy, and chilly tonight as temperatures fall into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds and climbing into the upper 60s. Temperatures will bounce upwards into the 70s by Thursday with a high around 78. We're back into the low 80s by Friday with mostly sunny skies. A dry, cold front will move through late Friday night into early Saturday morning. That means temperatures will come down this weekend with mostly sunny skies and highs in the upper 60s.
Right now it's 68 in McDonough, 68 in Clarkston, and 67 in Milton. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Steel Horse Law are 100% local. Get your free Rider's Advantage card at steelhorselaw.com.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. Now, listen, here's a scenario. This happens every day in Atlanta. A person gets in a wreck, you file a claim with your insurance, then the insurance steers you to their preferred auto body shop for an estimate. It's a short list. They do this because these places are in bed with the insurance companies. They work with the insurance companies to cut corners on your repairs. Do not do this. If you get sick, do you go where your insurance company tells you to go? If you are hurt in an accident, do you go to an attorney where your insurance company tells you to go? No, you go where you're going to get the best care for you. RJ's Auto Body Plus works in your best interest, not the insurance company. Better service, better parts, and paint. And in most cases, a more timely manner. They'll even come get your car and tow it in. Family owned in Marietta, Georgia by my friends Jeff and Edith. Search RJ's Auto Body Plus or 770-955-5020.
All right, well, we've heard from this Jared Yamamoto, who I believe much like the Egyptians, worships the sun god Ra. So everything about the sun and more sun is good for him, but he doesn't think about any consequences. So what's the name of this act, bill, whatever?
This
passed?
is House Bill 154, and it's called the Georgia Sunshine Protection Act.
Oh, isn't that nice? The GSPA.
How are we going to protect the sun?
Well, we're not protecting the sun. We're protecting sunshine.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to keep the sun shining. And, of course,
Longer in the day.
Just because it's more sun, Jared's just knee-jerk reaction is, it's great, it's
Not
wonderful.
knee-jerk, it is the truth. I want to be. I work in the evenings, and I
Yeah.
want to get home where I can enjoy dinner, where there's light outside with
Well,
my
you
wife.
can half the year. We brought in
yeah, the sun does move.
time expert.
We move.
Well, we
That's
move.
what I was
I mean,
gonna say.
Autumn. The sun.
You know
The
what I'm
sun
saying.
doesn't move.
The sun doesn't go down. It's just the illusion caused by the world spinning around.
That's right. That's right.
I love you, sister, but you walked into that one.
It's we're on a rock. We're going 1,000 miles an hour, and we're going around it. That's how.
Technically, we're all moving.
The sun moves.
Yeah, it does.
It moves through the galaxy.
Well, we're all moving in that way, right?
Yes.
So,
I heard our noise.
Jared,
So,
Jared,
I would
cut
say-
that out later.
let's say-
Cut it out.
you sound like a drunk Liza Minnelli.
That's the video promo for today, George.
Autumn, that's an interesting observation.
All right, I brought it.
She sounds like a real dum-dum.
We brought in time and sunshine expert Shelley Winter, who disagrees with you. And I love this. You feel like this is just a matter of being in the General Assembly, having too much time on your hands.
Absolutely.
Tell us what is the downside of us being on Atlantic time.
Well, I mean,
All year long.
We won't be with anybody else. Like New York would be an hour behind or ahead, whatever it is. And Alabama would be 2 hours behind because they're already an hour behind. I mean, it's silly season. It
Yes.
really is silly season, and I don't think this is going to pass. But if it does, it's just too much. They got too much. There's so many more important things to be dealing with.
One would think.
Like men and women's sports. We really need to get that.
Oh, yeah, because I don't hear enough about that,
Right, we
Shelley.
need to get that
I don't hear enough
done.
about that. I know. Well, as soon as we get done with this whole time thing and the men and women in sports, we might get to affordability. Or I
Housing
heard that's-
crisis.
Yeah, I heard all that stuff's fake. It's all made up.
Right,
Apparently, this is the best economy in the history of the world.
I'll tell you what's something very important that I'd like to legislate, because more of them listen to you than me, is the hemp drinks. There was a committee hearing. I'm going to be talking about it tonight. They had a committee hearing, and they are really trying to destroy this industry in Georgia. And it's sickening because the Republicans are supposed to be the free market people.
Entrepreneurial.
Right.
Yeah.
They're good for business, all of that stuff.
And
it's
almost,
like,
I'm not going to say all, because of course, obviously, you have conservatives and liberals in every kind of occupation, but most of the brewers and distillers and people that I meet, they're like Republican/libertarian,
Right.
entrepreneurial types. You're not putting so much progressives out of business with these things.
no, you're not. And are and they not even only-
THC drinks?
That's what I'm talking about, hemp drinks.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They're
they
trying
get
to- So
you-
in Georgia, you can sell them on site, but you can't distribute them to stores. Is that how it works?
But and really yes, exactly. But what's
Right.
happening, what's more important than that, what's happening is it's really people are drinking less alcohol, less wine and beer and liquor. But that's not because of these drinks. But in addition to them losing money, they're also losing money now to these drinks. So the beverage
lobby,
business,
yeah.
they're lobbying and spending tons of money down at the Gold Dome to stop this industry.
And they have a history of not caring about the end consumer.
Let's
The
think-
liquor industry in the state. I mean, for the longest time, you couldn't order wine from out of state online type of thing.
All kinds of
I
silly
think you can
stuff.
do that now,
Yeah.
but for years that was stopped. And I'm like, hey, you're either a business person or you're not.
Absolutely.
If you're trying to stop somebody else rather than just outcompete somebody else, stop looking in the mirror and calling yourself an entrepreneur or a business person. You're not.
Or a conservative.
Or a
for that matter.
conservative.
Yeah, our breweries used to
If
be
you're in
behind too.
business, you should welcome competition because that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our breweries used to be behind. Remember when you used to go to them when, first off, North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina all had much more breweries at the time when they first picked up the craze. And you used to have to go there and you would get samples.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't sell out of the brewery and they couldn't sell you
And they
like an
hide, for years we thought that was like religion, but it wasn't. It was
No.
the liquor lobby.
It was the
who
liquor-
was just
liquor-
trying to protect their,
They were fine with you blaming the religious people.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, they blamed their messaging blamed the religious
Yeah.
people. Let me tell you, if there's a mafia in this state and in the Southeast, it's the beverage industry. They are truly a mafia. There's no reason for me legally why you and I can't brew our own whiskey and sell it to the public, that we have to go through a distributor.
Right.
And there's only like 5 distributors. I mean, it's such a mafia in this business, and it's so disgusting because this is supposed to be a free market.
It's a shame if your
Republican
distillery
Party.
was to burn down. Huh? It's
Right,
it's
right,
a shame.
I'll make shine right out in the backyard.
I'll tell you what, Shelley,
talking about.
I'll jump in with you on this cause if you join me on the Georgia Sunshine Protection
What
Act.
is it?
No, he wants.
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, the hemp
I'm telling you, I'll
You're
join
already
it.
in on it. You go to festivals. What are you
No,
doing?
listen, I was trying to reach across the aisle over here.
You reach across the aisle.
I was
reach
reaching
across the aisle on
aisle.
something that you're not already in favor of.
I was.
Nobody
listen, you
believes
didn't-
for a moment that you think that
You did know. I
drinks should be
I
outlawed.
never said my position. How
We already
dare
know-
you try? You
we
know what?
already
I'm
know
against
it.
it. You know what? These hemp drinks, they're a problem.
Okay, I'll reach across the aisle with you, Jared.
Yeah.
Mr. 420 Sweetwater Festival goer.
Yeah. So,
Meanwhile, you can buy weed at gas stations.
basically, yeah. Well, I mean, can you put that Delta 8 in drinks and get away with it like
They have
that?
some. I don't know the exact ruling, but I know they have THC and they have.
You know what's so weird for me? I've never tried the Delta 8.
Neither have I.
Because I'm like paranoid of it. Because it's like over-the-counter pot.
The THC
legal. I don't know.
What's
it's like
chemical?
I have no problem. I have no problem going to whoever's bringing the.
Hey man, weird.
But the idea of actually this Delta 8, I don't know.
Well, shouldn't that be the first step? Is to get rid of the arcane law of pot being illegal.
Well,
it's legal in so many places. Like, let's just get over it already.
Well, I mean, each state, you know how the Constitution works. The
I don't like
laboratories and the good ideas, if they're good enough, other states adopt them. If they're bad, they go down. Let's end where we began, though, on the National Sunshine, not National.
The Georgia Sunshine Protection Act, which is essential because
GSPA.
everybody needs to follow
Save the sun.
Georgia. Yes, we saved the sun by doing this.
I
Other
think-
states
I
will
think-
follow
It's
us.
kind of a silly law. I mean, you're trying to control Mother Nature
Yeah.
by just saying, "Hey, by the way, it's not 8 o'clock; it's 7 o'clock, so there's more sun." I mean,
Well, you're going to do that in an arbitrary way anyway.
Right. It's
So
just-
I think
it's-
what you're saying is, if we could get some unity here, is that it should be national or nothing.
Right,
Either
it
the
has
whole,
to be everybody or
Right.
yeah,
nobody.
the country goes
I'm
this
for it in
way.
that
You're
case.
either
or it
with us
does.
or against us.
That's right.
I'm just trying to put food on your family.
I do believe man and fish can coexist peacefully.
Oh my goodness, it's like a best of. We've slipped into a George W. Bush best of.
You miss me?
Now watch me make this
You
drive.
forgot yet.
Miss me yet?
All right, Shelley Winter, I appreciate that.
I appreciate
And
you
tonight
guys.
you'll be
Jared?
talking.
Yes. Good
Friends.
luck to you.
Yeah.
Good luck to you in your debate.
So you will be talking about the hemp drinks. tonight.
Yeah. It's going to be a fiery.
I had one
rant.
of those hemp drinks. Woo!
Can I tease something?
Knocked me out.
Never tried one.
Shelley?
And they call this a humor show. They call this a comedy show. What are you trying to say to me?
I was going to say, Shelley, coming up on his show tonight, he had some guests on his show that may or may not refer to him as the correct name. You got to stay tuned for the Shelley Winter show.
Oh, did somebody misidentify you?
Oh, totally. And it's
Who
so,
they- who
and
they
it's the
think you
coolest
were?
thing.
Who they think
We
you
got, well, you want to
It's
play?
a little tease.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
little
it's a
tease.
tease. Don't play it now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all excited
Does he
because I
think you're
just
Mark
Find out at
Aram?
7.
It's
Does
a
he think
cool-
you're Erickson? Does he
No,
think you're Aram?
no, it's not that bad.
Oh.
It's bad. Oh, my God.
Alex Williams.
Now we got to know.
Alex, well, you'll have to listen to the show. Alex Williams says 285 North is bumper to bumper in DeKalb.
I know they're having fun with y'all there because they're definitely not on 285. Travel advisory crash 2 left lanes in Clarkston. 285 northbound, the outer loop at Church Street, exit number 40. Delays stretching back to Flat Shoals. That's before I-20, so really got to pack your patience there. Or maybe use some of the surface streets as your alternates because downtown's just going to cost you more time with that volume. 75-85 northbound packed in just north of Langford Parkway up to Peachtree Pine Street. Elsewhere, the southbound ride still looking at about 25 to 30 minutes, leaving Buckhead down to I-20 75 south jams in before Howell Mill. 400 at Lenox, and 85 from the Cheshire Bridge Lenox Road area, all just trying to make that ride down to I-20. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Topical.
And then it hits me, and I'm like, this is a freaking AI lady.
Local.
Green's resignation is going to shrink the Republican majority in the House.
Getting you through your morning.
How does that work?
Mark Arrow.
You've got to be kidding me.
Mark Arrow.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Attention, Antifa, human traffickers, cartels, and woke DAs. With Chris Carr as governor, you won't stand a chance.
I'm Chris Carr. In Georgia, we will prosecute you. It's easy for politicians to talk tough, but I'm the only Republican who put gangs, human traffickers, and Antifa behind bars. I even fought Obama, Biden, and Abrams in court and won. If you're attacking our police or our freedoms, I'll be your worst nightmare.
Chris Carr doesn't just talk tough. Carr had the courage, brought the cases, and locked up the criminals. He has more than 120 gang convictions. Over 200 human trafficking victims have been rescued and seized enough fentanyl to kill 3.5 million Georgians. Carr's taking on the woke left, making crime illegal again. As governor, Chris Carr will keep up the fight and never back down. Chris Carr, governor. Real fights, real wins, real conservative. Paid for by Carver, Georgia.
When you decide to buy a natural diamond, remember Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort is an authorized Hearts on Fire jeweler. Every Hearts on Fire diamond is a piece of art, carefully and thoughtfully selected and crafted, worthy of the kind of special occasions that come along a few times in a lifetime. My friends at Tara Fine Jewelry will show you how to accurately compare diamonds with their famous personal service, so you'll know you're making a good decision. You'll see why I've been a Tara Fine Jewelry customer for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Don't let a DUI ruin your life. Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark Aram. Here's something to think about. Your roof gets installed in a day, but you have to live with it for a lifetime. So who do you want putting it on? A company that just showed up last storm system, or a company that's been protecting Atlanta homes for 38 years? That's why I recommend Dr. Roof. They've replaced thousands of roofs across Atlanta, and they offer a lifetime warranty on new roof systems. Don't gamble with your home. Call Dr. Roof, 770-552-7663, or visit drroof.com. Dr. Roof, we've got you covered.
You know, the way the news cycles go now, I think there's 15 a day. So last Sunday seems like forever ago. So many different things have happened on the Iran front. We almost went to complete and total annihilation. Now we're talking to somebody. And progress is being made, according to the president. But on Sunday, I don't know, it was Meet the Press, Face the Nation, blah, 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 one of these shows. Scott Bessent, who is he the Secretary of Treasury.
Yes.
Why is he the main voice on the Iran war? It's kind of like he's the guy on Sundays. It's not Hegseth. I think they're afraid Hegseth would just like tear his shirt off or something in the middle of one of these things. Start lecturing. Who knows?
Look at these guns.
So this was something on Sunday. So play number 5, and I found it an interesting concept.
Is the president in the process of winding down this war or escalating the conflict?
Again, they're not mutually exclusive. Sometimes you have to escalate to de-escalate.
What was that?
Sometimes you have to escalate to de-escalate.
See, that's why they've got the big jobs.
Hey, I know that. You got to detox to retox.
That's exactly
right.
Right, Jared?
That's right.
I would say retox to detox in this situation. You gotta get drunk as hell before you can be ready for rehab.
Sometimes you have to escalate to de-escalate.
Okay.
Yes, de-escalate to escalate and de-escalate.
Why does he sound like that?
Well, that's how he speaks.
He talks like that.
Okay.
He's a very straight back, and he keeps his chin down, and this is how he speaks.
How often did the Secretary of Treasury go out on the Sunday news shows during the Iraq War or
Never, because they had a
Afghanistan?
competent person they were confident in.
Was it because of the 220 million or billion? Maybe he was getting talked to about it.
What now? Oh, because of the money. Well, yeah, there is a money element to this, but apparently last Sunday he was the guy. Like there was. I don't think we can look and see who showed up on the other Sunday shows.
He talks
But he
about the
seems to
war
be-
a lot more than Hegseth does. I think
Yeah.
Hegseth does his thing in the morning, and
This is
that's
press
it.
conference. But this guy's the face, and it just seems odd to me that, I mean, obviously there is a financial component to war. There always is, but it's just weird that the Secretary of Treasury is the lead guy who's out pitching the war to American citizens.
Even Gemini's response as well. It's because the U.S. is seeing a maximum pressure economic campaign.
Well, there's
against-
that.
So that's.
I mean, the Iranian response is, that makes some sense. The Iranian response is economic, really, more than. It's asymmetrical.
And then
They're
with
not-
the
they're
oil
not-
stuff, too.
Yeah, well, that's economic.
Yeah.
Oil. Oil ends up being economics. So I guess that he would, because of that, maybe you would go to him a little more. I still think it's odd that he's the face of the war. He's the guy trying to explain the war to the American people.
I think you're right. He might be just the most level-headed.
Yeah. He's the guy who's not going to start lecturing. Like, he actually does kind of sound like a diplomat in the way that he speaks. Hegseth, I would love for him to do the Sunday shows one time. Just once. Just to see if he could get through it without,
Look, we're going to fix the economy with bombs.
Look. Anybody who questions anything that Hegseth is doing, as we all know, is anti-American. It's anti-American to question Pete Hegseth. That seems obvious, right? Why would anybody even question that? Alex Williams says there's a brush fire cleanup on 400 in Alpharetta.
Yeah, Traffic Troopers first told me about this through the social media, and I see where they're doing the cleanup. It should be mostly off to the side now. 400 northbound. This is between Mansell Road and Mansell Road and Haynesbridge Road, I should say. That's between Roswell and Alpharetta. Most lanes are open, but with all the trouble spots we've had this afternoon on 400 northbound, it is not a fun ride from the Glen Ridge connector trying to get up to Holcomb Bridge and Mansell Road. Once you get past that, a few more brake lights will find you from Windward Parkway up to Highway 141 in Forsyth County. Just had a crash clear out of the express lanes in Marietta, 75 northbound. Before Highway 5 exit 267, all lanes are back open there. Still some lingering delays in those express lanes leaving Delk Road. The through lanes, not too bad, just as the brake lights glow from Highway 5, the Canton Road connector, but improving once you make your way past Kennesaw State University. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If you're injured in an accident, you're wondering, what law firm can you trust with your case? Because every lawyer says they fight hard. Every commercial says they win big, but they're not all the same. It's Mark Arum. Here's what makes Sweet James accident attorneys different. Many of the attorneys at Sweet James used to work defending insurance companies. They saw how injured people were treated, how profits were put ahead of people, and they were sickened by it. So they switched sides. Now they use that inside knowledge to fight for injured accident victims across Georgia, and they've recovered over $2 billion for their clients. When you're hurt in an accident, you need a firm that knows how to build a strong case, bring in the right experts, and fight for the treatment, money, and justice you deserve. Insurance companies know who Sweet James is, and they know they won't back down because to them, your family. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident, call Sweet James. 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-9-MILLION. 800-900-0000 or online at sweetjames.com.
I'm forecasting more daylight and bigger views with a 100% chance of a smaller name. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows. Same amazing local people and same Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows. They're 8 times stronger than vinyl with slimmer frames that brighten your home with more daylight and bigger views.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Did you know that D. Geller & Son Jewelers has been Atlanta's engagement ring and wedding band destination since 1939? It's Katie Kiley, and it's easy to know why. They've handpicked diamonds that just shine brighter at a value that can't be beat. D. Geller's got an unbelievable selection of engagement rings and wedding bands from classic to modern to off the wall because you like what you like. They can bring your dream ring to life like they have mine with full custom abilities. D. Geller & Son, Kennesaw and Sandy Springs, and at dgeller.com.
Trust is earned over time. And when it comes to retirement, we believe families benefit from the trust built on long-standing personal relationships with their financial advisor. Because retirement isn't just about money, it's about confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. At Capital Investment Advisors, we help families plan, manage their investments, coordinate with trusted professionals, and stay focused on what matters most. If you're looking for a financial partner, visit yourwealth.com. That's YOUR Wealth.
The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, you're the guy jumping out of the back of the TE certified trucks.
Yeah, that's me. We get concern calls now and then, but rest assured I'm safe. It's just a picture.
Chris Chandler here. Josh is not only the local owner of TE certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling, but you're a 4th-generation master electrician.
That's right. And now I spend most of my time teaching our team the values that define a TE technician. To be kind, to be honest, and to work hard.
TE certified, we love your home.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, Georgia gets tough on clergy sex abuse. A measure increasing criminal penalties is approved and now heads to Governor Kemp.
Under the law, clergy convicted of sexual misconduct could face between 10 and 30 years in prison and up to a $100,000 fine. Abuse survivor Haley Swenson says it's past time for this change.
Just like if a law enforcement used their power to exploit and weaponize a person underneath them in a sexual way, if a clergy member does that, that is still an abuse of power.
The measure passed both chambers unanimously. It's now awaiting Governor Kemp's signature. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
69 degrees in Atlanta, dropping down into the 40s tonight. When do we see a return of 70s and 80s? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A big scare today at Hillgrove High School in Cobb County. WSB's Sabrina Cupid reports a student is caught with a gun.
A 15-year-old student is arrested for having the gun on campus. The school went into a code red lockdown earlier today as the weapon was detected and Cobb police were called in. A district spokesperson says that school police responded immediately and the situation from detection to lockdown to the student being taken into custody was resolved in approximately 12 minutes. Nobody was hurt.
A South Georgia prosecutor says police did not consult with him before charging a 31-year-old Army veteran with murder for taking abortion pills.
Facing accusations of taking abortion medication in violation of Georgia's 6-week abortion ban, Alexia Moore is home on bond. A Brunswick Judicial Circuit judge ordered a symbolic $1 bond on a malice murder charge, a charge he calls extremely problematic. The remaining bond was $2,000 for having oxycodone for pain. Moore had ordered the meds online and told ER staff she estimated she was no more than 14 weeks. Police got her medical records and say the fetus was 22 to 24 weeks. Though not ready to drop the murder count, the DA agrees with the defense. State law prevents criminalizing a mother who induces abortion or miscarries. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A verdict today in a closely watched social media trial in New Mexico. A jury finds Meta violated state consumer protection laws by failing to disclose the risks its platforms pose to children's mental health.
On question 1, did Meta violate the Unfair Practices Act by engaging in an unfair or deceptive trade practice? The jury answers yes.
The jury imposes a $375 million penalty. Meta plans to appeal. A message today from frustrated travelers waiting in airport security lines caused by the partial government shutdown.
I wished every senator, every congressman could stand in this line.
There is a Republican proposal now to fund the Department of Homeland Security and pay the TSA agents. It would offer money from TSA, but not immigration enforcement. President Trump is indicating he would take a hard look at it. President Trump is optimistic the Iran war could end soon. The president says he believes Iran wants to make a deal.
I don't want to say in advance, but they've agreed they will never have a nuclear weapon. They've agreed to that.
The president says Iran has also offered a significant gift to the U.S. During these talks, Trump says it's related to oil and gas, but he would not reveal what it is. A Belgian drug maker plans to build its first U.S. manufacturing plant in Gwinnett County.
The governor calls it a big win for Georgia. UCB plans to invest $2 billion for its pharmaceutical biologics manufacturing facility at Gwinnett's Rowan campus, creating 330 jobs over the next several years. The company already employs about 400 people at its North American headquarters in Smyrna. UCB says Georgia offers outstanding talent and a strong manufacturing tradition. Gwinnett County officials say they can connect the company with a highly skilled, globally connected talent pool. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
WSB scam alert. DeKalb County residents warned about a jury duty scam. People have received calls from scammers posing as the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, claiming the resident missed jury duty and must pay a fine to avoid arrest. Callers instruct the intended victims to buy prepaid cards or provide personal information. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Still watching this crash cleanup on the east side perimeter build, DeKalb County, Clarkston, 285 northbound, the outer loop, Church Street, exit 40. Tow truck on the scene loading up these wrecked vehicles, but right now they're still in 2 left lanes. That's why you're stacked up back toward Flat Shoals. 285 east and southbound into DeKalb County. That ride continues to be stacked in as well from Georgia 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard. Brake lights start to pick up again through Dorville, or heading through Dorville right around I-85. You're going to stay slow southbound to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. And looking for new trouble in Sandy Springs, 285 eastbound, the inner loop before Riverside Drive, exit 24. Seeing the brake lights there behind that one, stretching back toward I-75, exit 20 in Cobb there next to Truist Park. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, breezy, and chilly tonight as temperatures fall into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds and climbing into the upper 60s. Temperatures will bounce upwards into the 70s by Thursday with a high around 78. We're back into the low 80s by Friday with mostly sunny skies. A dry cold front will move through late Friday night into early Saturday morning. That means temperatures will come down this weekend with mostly sunny skies and highs in the upper 60s.
Right now, 67 in Sandy Springs, 65 in Loganville, and 66 in Union City. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That's right, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. The wait times all over are looking pretty good. So when I first saw yesterday that ICE was in the airports, it seemed to me like I thought, well, they're just kind of like there. And I thought they were going to come in and like do the TSA jobs, but it became about just line control.
That's part of what the TSA does, is they not only do they scan you, but they make sure that you queue up correctly.
Right.
And so the ICE agents are now taking over that role. So they're not scanning you, but they're making sure you queue up correctly.
I don't know. It surprised me to know that we've gone from 4-hour wait times to, like 5 or 10 minutes now. basically because people don't know how to line up properly.
Eric, this is America.
I'm being honest.
Where do
We're
I
talking about-
stand?
Like so many people, though.
I know, but I just thought I've never. I mean, I'm sure I have, but hey, go look at this, consult this. Maybe ask somebody who looks official. I've certainly done that before in an airport. Hey, could you help me out? And they've always been nice and done that. But I didn't realize that without people wrangling at all times, that it would become from 15 minutes to 4 hours.
People are dirty.
We had the same number or less TSA.
People are dirty. They're trying to cut lines. And also,
They're dirty.
I
They're
do.
They might
dirty.
just not know.
Yeah, that's true, too. You're
Honestly,
right. There are
yeah,
some
like,
people. Go ahead.
I just feel like there's a lot of things to do at an airport. Some people have oversized luggage. They don't know whether is this the line for security that's out the door, or is this the line for baggage? There's so many things.
I'm learning. I mean, I'm being
Yeah.
honest. I'm just saying. Yesterday I thought, well, what are they doing? I thought we don't have enough TSA people to scan driver's licenses or
Well,
things
there's
like that.
too, because now they closed, like at BWI, they've closed all these other security entrances,
Yeah.
so it's only like the D one that's open, and then so then everybody has to funnel through there. Right. So then, it becomes like a whole.
And my wife told me there's some kind of trick she got right through. I don't know what I actually
You
she
know
told me what
She
it is.
teleported.
I know
what it
I
is,
know what the
too.
dollar figure is, but I don't know exactly what it was that she paid for.
The real test, guys, is going to be Thursday because Tuesday is also a really light day to travel. So today it's light.
Yes.
Like tomorrow will be light too, but
Sure.
Thursday will pick up with the weekend.
We'll have a deal by then, so don't worry about it.
I think we probably will. I think
saw
we-
my reel, didn't you?
We probably will. Oh, and Jared is convinced that the reason that Trump has moved on this is because he had a viral reel, the Solo Moto. I saw you briefly, and you had sunglasses on.
I got frustrated
It's
last
your
night.
basic TikTok stuff. Hi, I'm just a person talking to you. Blah blah blah.
Well, Jared
But it was-
really affected me.
Oh, did he? Oh,
I follow him on TikTok. I have what do they call them? A ghost account?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fake
Oh, yeah,
TikTok.
like a Finsta.
Well, yeah, but it's, TikTok.
Yeah.
And
You're a big Solo Moto fan.
I love the Solo Moto. I watch it whenever, especially live. It's pretty good when I'm doing executive time. And I do.
Executive time.
I think it's a great idea. What he,
You're
that's-
saying,
that's
so
what's-
once you saw that he was upset about the long lines.
Yeah, I don't want Jared to ever be upset.
Thank you.
He's got a future in politics. I don't know that he's MAGA, but
Yeah.
we'll find a place.
So you're saying that both Jared Yamamoto and Jake Paul have a place in politics.
I think
future
so.
place
Yeah.
in
Are you a
politics.
good fighter? I don't know.
Not a great fighter, but we'd certainly make a good
No,
team.
who's a great fighter? Is this? I didn't realize this. That Mark Wayne Mullen. He's
Okay,
now he's the new head of ICE.
MMA.
He was an MMA fighter. I didn't know that. And he's also. I don't know if we can find this. I know we played it at the time, sometime last year, I think. Because this guy's been in Congress for a while. He was in the House. Now he's in the Senate. Now he's not in the Senate, but he was in the House for a number of years before he was a senator. And he had. Remember, he was convening some kind of hearing on something, and he and the guy that was giving the testifying, they got in a verbal back and forth, and then this guy Mark Wayne Mullen said, "Well, you want to take it to the parking lot?" Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know if we still have it somewhere in our system, but
I'm looking right now.
that's all right. We'll find it. George.
Another cool, calm, collected head of something.
Oh, well, listen, compared to Kristi Noem, his rhetoric is unbelievably, I think they know. And you know what I'm wondering is this whole thing ICE in the airport? Because they're not, Trump said, I don't want you wearing masks. A couple showed up with masks. Trump put out a truth post that said something to the effect of, I think masks are fine if you're, if you're being targeted in a community, but in an airport, I don't want a mask. And so, is this kind of like a public relations
Seems that
kind
way.
of thing with
Yeah.
ICE? Like, hey, they're not so bad, and
The
and
new
then
face of ICE.
and then is that so that we don't mind that they're at the polling places in November? I hate to be somebody who's always going for the negative.
I think one of the big things that makes me feel better about ICE being out there is I was worried. I mean, you saw all these airports where people were queuing up in the parking garage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, talk about, we're at war right now.
Yeah.
And, the domestic terrorism is a thing.
A lot, any kind of large grouping of Americans in one place, especially getting through TSA means after that you're safe in the airport because
Right.
everybody before TSA, no one has. We don't know who you are and we haven't checked you yet.
And
So
at least with the ICE agents there, they're armed. So I'm like, I feel a little bit better about people
well,
going
there's always
through.
been. I mean, I've been in Atlanta airport a lot and I've seen armed people.
But now there's a lot more.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Go to a.
Given their record, I'm not so
Yeah.
so sure about them.
It's a weird thing on Reddit.
Get in line.
People were
Get out!
people were talking about ICE being at the airport, and we have to organize a protest. And I would say the majority of the replies, usually people, I get where you're coming from, but shut up. We
Yeah.
want to fly.
We want to fly. We
Save
want to
your
get through there.
protest somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Or wait for them to do something
Yeah.
that you would protest in the airports. But you got to wonder. It's like, you see, they're not so bad. Oh, what if there are a few at your local
It's your neighbor,
polling?
Donnie and Jim and Bill
Yeah.
and Linda.
Yeah, we need to make sure these elections go right. So maybe we should be sending nice to.
Well,
You remember
depends
them in
on
the
what state
airports?
you're
You
in.
know.
Yeah, no masks.
Yes, did you find Mark Wayne Mullen?
I've got it.
Okay, so this is what I just talked about, and he and somebody who I think
It was the Teamsters union leader, Sean
Okay.
O'Brien.
and they started getting lippy with each other.
Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your
Fire.
solution, every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator.
Knock it
Sit
off.
down. Okay. Sit down, please.
Yo, I'm on
Can
his
I
sixth
respond?
part.
Sit
Hold
down.
it. Hold it. We can't. No, I have the mic.
No,
I'm sorry.
hey.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Barney was
Can I respond?
cherry.
Oh, no, you
No, so okay, so what's going on there is that the Teamster guy. So this Mark Wayne Mullen, this is what Rand Paul, basically, who was the head of the committee this time around, went after him for. When Rand Paul got beat up, this guy Mark Wayne Mullen went online and said couldn't happen to a nicer guy or something like that, and basically said I'm not going to apologize to you. So obviously he had said something online about this Teamster leader, right? Because Mark Wayne Mullen isn't the first guy. He's the second guy. He's the guy who says, oh, well, okay, let's do it now. The first guy that's challenging to the fight is the Teamster leader. And it sounds to me like he had done the same thing that upset Rand Paul, which was commenting online and saying things about him and then always saying, I'd like to fight you.
To
kind
me,
of thing.
it always sounds sexual when guys talk.
Oh,
like that
I know
to each
it
other.
does.
Yeah, like you stand your butt up. Oh yeah, I'll stand my butt up. I'll stand it right up there. Yeah.
All
you
right,
know,
knock-
stand
no,
up your
no.
butt.
All right, no butts are standing up. Put your butts down.
Lindsay has a special room. You can go in there.
You want to do butt stuff, you go over to that room.
He can watch.
Or that video that intern put out a couple of years ago.
No, we don't talk about that because those were Democrats.
All right, so that was a great moment in history. Let's hear that one
is
more
great.
time.
Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
Cowboy.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults.
Yeah,
we
you
can
wanna run
finish
that
it here.
mouth?
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
There it is.
You stand your butt up.
You stand
Oh,
your
hold
butt
on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution, every
Hold it.
Yeah, you're running
no,
that
no,
mouth.
sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it.
Senator.
If
Hold
we
on.
can't, no,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what he
it.
said.
No.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't.
Yeah.
This
I gotta
is
put
a
that
hearing.
mouth.
I don't even know. I think Mullen's the second guy, not the first guy. I don't know what his
You're
voice
both
sounds
idiots.
like.
Shut up, both of you.
Yeah,
Sit
you wanna
down.
run that mouth? Yeah, I got
You gonna run it? Why don't you
stand that butt up
why don't you
with
back
that
it up?
mouth?
Now kiss.
Yeah, back it up.
Yeah, totally.
You gonna back it up with your butt? Let's go. We gonna do
Yeah,
it
I
now.
want to back it up with that mouth.
You're going to take your pants off? Do it.
Say Bernie was jealous. He was just trying to get in on the action.
That's
He's
right.
like, hey, not without me.
No, I don't swing that way, Jared.
Alex Williams has better news on 285 in Clarkston.
Yeah, Eric, that earlier travel advisory crash, it was in 2 left lanes, all gone. All lanes are open. 285 northbound, the outer loop at Church Street. Brake lights back toward Flat Shoals. They're starting to thin out just a tad bit. Traveling to the northern suburbs, 85 northbound, looking for new trouble just north of Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99. Keeping you on the brakes from 285. Brush fire cleanup, that's all gone in Alpharetta on 400 north before Haynesbridge Road. Still seeing some delays through Sandy Springs, though, from 285 up past the North Springs MARTA station. 75 northbound, a little slow in Marietta, starting around South Marietta Parkway. It improves once you clear 575 with 575 north tapping the brakes up to Highway 92 in Woodstock. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates, personal injury law firm. John Foy & Associates has been fighting for accident victims for almost 30 years. Put that experience to work and call John Foy about your car accident or workers' comp case now. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If you have the WSB radio app.
If you have the WSB
all
app.
the notifications you need.
If you have the WSB app.
All the local and breaking news alerts you need.
Breaking news in Cobb County.
All in one place.
We'll send out an alert on the WSB app.
The 95.5 WSB app.
Download it from your app store today.
My wake-up call came 3 years ago. Like many of you out there, I was savoring some time with my parents. It's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. I remember we were preparing a meal and I saw my dad struggling with a boiling pot on the stove. That was the moment I knew I had to get into action on the home care options for my parents. Have you seen some red flags recently with your folks? Like them struggling with day-to-day tasks, being a little confused, having trouble remembering to take their meds. If your aging parents are showing signs, but they want to age in place in the comfort of their homes, please Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta and request a consultative call. It's free and it's a crucial step towards your parents getting what they want and need, allowing you, the child, to do your role and just love them. Google Four Seasons Home Care. That's Four Seasons Home Care.
Last year, I had back pain radiating down my right leg. The pain was so bad I was willing to cut my leg off to stop the pain. I could barely walk and had to stoop over when I did just to take pressure off the spine. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. In my professional career, I've represented thousands of people who've had herniated discs and issues with their neck and back, but never fully appreciated what they were going through until it was my turn. It's like trying to describe colors to a blind person who's never had sight. All I can tell you is it hurt like hell, but worse. My daily walk was gone, and that bothered me a great deal. Then I thought of all of you and how much more devastating this type of injury could be for you. My life stopped. I now feel your pain. Just know at Morgan & Morgan, we got your back. I understand. Morgan means more.
Morgan & Morgan Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Bell Pound Law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Trust is earned over time. And when it comes to retirement, we believe families benefit from the trust built on long-standing personal relationships with their financial advisor. Because retirement isn't just about money, it's about confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. At Capital Investment Advisors, we help families plan, manage their investments, coordinate with trusted professionals, and stay focused on what matters most. If you're looking for a financial partner, visit yourwealth.com. That's YOUR Wealth.
How can you free up your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast, so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Breda guarantees your termite protection and will lock in your rate for 10 years. Breda is also proud to sponsor Scotts Lakes, Georgia, every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
I know you have some audio there, Jared, of but we're changing our moon mission now.
Yes, we are.
So the idea before was that we were basically going to do kind of the International Space Station, but do it around the moon. And that would be equipped in such a way that we could venture to the moon and then go back to that station that was orbiting the moon. I believe that was the idea of what we've been building this rocket for and going to go to the moon. And now they've all of a sudden changed it to like we're going to build a city on the moon or something.
I got a package.
Right.
NASA Administrator Jared
Stop for a
Isaacman
second.
says
That's not NASA. That is
NASA.
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 NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman says their biggest objective is
returning American astronauts to the moon.
So NASA is overhauling its Artemis moon program and says it plans to spend $20 billion building a permanent lunar base over the next 7 years.
Artemis 2, in the days ahead, will send NASA and a CSA astronaut into the lunar environment, the first crewed step of the Artemis program to pick up where Gene, Harrison, and Ronald left off on Apollo 17.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Hey, Stacey.
NASA.
Can I? I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say what, because when you do this, then like if they do it in 4 years, everybody goes, you were an idiot, Eric. But since I don't really know if I'm even going to be on the air in 4 years, I can take these chances now. I do not believe that in our lifetimes, take it down to if you're 20 years old or up, that in your lifetime, you are not going to see a lunar base, a lunar city, a base on Mars, a city on Mars. Do people understand what it would take to live on the moon? Well, you just put a suit on, you'll be fine. All of your life? Every time you walk out the door, full suited up. Hey, send me for a decade. Boy, that's going to be great. And the amount of people who are going to get cancer and die, it's not tenable. I liked the idea of, if you're going to do anything, the first one, because then you can go down to the moon, you can come back up from the moon. Now, how do we get these people? Now we got to build a thing. What, they're going to take off? I guess whenever they have to come back, we will have some kind of, you're going to have something orbiting the moon so that when people come back, you can dock up to it, unless you want to. Yeah, unless you want to lift off from the moon and go back to Earth, and I don't think that we have that kind of technology. Do we? We have the technology, but can we build it on the moon?
You're saying on the moon we would have some kind of rover that would go up to, like, the spaceship that would launch back to Earth, right?
Yeah, just like they used to do the moon thing. Yeah. They would and they would
go
back up.
It.
There was always one guy who never got to step on the moon because he had to stay in the capsule. And you would go from the capsule to the moon, and they had that little. The reason that people like George Clark don't believe that we were ever on the moon is because it does look kind of ridiculous when they launch from the moon off that trampoline and get up there. It does look a little ridiculous. It does. But just because it looks ridiculous doesn't mean it's not. There's a lot of people who do engineering. I'm sure many of them go, yeah, it works because of this reason. So how do we? So my guess is, even if we're not going to have like a space station, we're always going to have somebody in orbit, in case we need to get people off the moon.
AI.
Is AI going to get
I'm
people
sorry,
there?
Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
I just, so I'm saying it right now. I just don't think, people don't understand the level of, like, exposure to radiation that is going to fry your DNA when you're out in space. I mean, you couldn't do anything without absolute full suit on. And then we don't know. I mean, like a year on the moon? Who wants to be on the moon for a year? Plenty of people might think they want to be on there. And Mars being another thing. Let me tell you, you would start having buyer's remorse 2 weeks into a mission to Mars. This is what a mission to Mars is. You have to do nothing. Oh, wait, first of all, there's the liftoff. That's exciting as hell. Are we going to live? Well, the whole thing. Then you get past gravity, and then you sit for 9 months, really doing nothing but crossword puzzles. Really what they have you doing is going through what it's going to be like to land every day so that you're sharp enough for it. So for like 8 months, you have to turn your emotions off. You have to be excited enough and the type of personality to go to the moon. But for 8 months after liftoff, you've got to be totally chill. And then all of a sudden, you have to get excited again because you're going to be the first people to land on Mars. How many people, even before you get into the radiation and the cancer and what it takes, how many people even have that kind of makeup where you can be an adrenaline jockey, turn it off for 8 months, adrenaline jockey, here we go again. We are not going to see this. We may see a man or woman land on the moon. That we may see. But it's going to be like the first people go to the moon. I mean, I'm sorry, land on Mars. but it'll be like this first people went to the moon. It's just like, okay, we went, we stood, okay, now we're gone, now we're coming back. We put a man or a woman, a person on Mars. That could happen in our lifetime, but we're not going to have lunar bases and Mars. This is BS to make you give more money to these ridiculous, wacky billionaires who say we can do these things that we can't do. And apparently now NASA has been affected by that, and they want to keep up with the idiocy of Elon Musk. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 85 in Norcross.
Right in the center lane on the jam cams where I'm seeing it, Eric. 85 northbound, just north of Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99, keeping you on the brakes back to 285. Still some delays on 400 north in Sandy Springs from 285 up past the North Springs MARTA station. And we got a stalled truck, another issue in the express lanes here in Cobb, 75 northbound at Delk Road, exit 261. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Switch your termite protection to Breda, and your rate is locked in for 10 years. And Breda is proud to sponsor Scott Slade's Georgia every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Are you not using your garage door as much as you like because you lost your remote? I mean, I get it. You're embarrassed. You don't want to look dopey in front of the garage door guy, and it's around here somewhere, so it's bound to turn up. Except that was 3 years ago. And now you're parking in your driveway or running through the rain to open it with the keypad, instead of taking advantage of one of the greatest technologies America has ever shared with the world. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians have replacement remotes compatible with every make and model of garage door, whether it's one of ours or not. And since most new cars have openers built in, we can program your car to open your door without a remote, so you can lose your replacement all you want. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll get you sorted out. Now, if you lose your remote and your car, well, we're back to square one.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Atlanta homeowners, your grades are in. Hi, I'm Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate right here on 95.5 WSB. Each Saturday, my show covers Atlanta's residential housing market and all things real estate. I've been thrilled that so many WSB listeners have taken me up on my team's offer of a complimentary home report card. This is a customized analysis on your home, a secret weapon to get more when the time comes to sell. Know your home's strengths and weaknesses, learn how it stacks up against your competition, and the best time to sell. When it's time to move, you'll know how to net more money. Spring selling season has already started, so if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, let me send you the Agency Atlanta's free home report card. It's invaluable information, it's free, and there are no strings attached. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
Looking out your window and see a different name? Don't worry, we're still the same.
It's Ted and Jonathan. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows. It's a positive change because the only thing changing is our name. We've been the local owners for over 20 years and plan to keep it that way.
NG Windows. Shorter name, still committed to serving you Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top story, President Trump confirms he is interested in a GOP deal splitting ICE from the Homeland Security funding bill to end the airport chaos.
Well, I'm going to look at it, and we're going to take a good hard look at it. I want to support Republicans.
Congressional reporter Torian Small reports senators are racing the clock to reach a compromise.
It appears leverage is at the heart of these negotiations. With a few days left before recess, it appears both sides are really looking to needle the other side into seemingly giving up concessions or giving into concessions before they ultimately decide on voting on a package.
Because of the impact of the partial government shutdown and the impact it's having on airports, members of Congress are losing out on some special treatment from Delta.
In a statement, Delta Airlines says it will temporarily suspend specialty services to members of Congress flying Delta. The airline says it's become increasingly difficult to keep customers as a priority in the current environment. Delta says while the Congressional Service Desk, known as the Delta Desk, will remain open, some services for lawmakers will be put on hold for now. Delta CEO Ed Bastian said last week that it's inexcusable that security agents are not being paid and ridiculous to see them used as political chips. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
69 degrees in Atlanta. A cool night tonight, but much warmer. Days are ahead this week. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. This just in, there are reports the U.S. is preparing to send about 1,000 troops from an Army airborne unit to the Middle East. This as the U.S. and Iran may be moving closer to formal talks to end the conflict. CBS's Ed O'Keefe has President Trump's response.
Talks are indeed underway. Wouldn't really get into the specifics of who exactly they're speaking with, but suggested that his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, his top envoy, Steve Witkoff, the vice president, the secretary of state, and eventually the president himself would be involved in the conversations.
Abuse survivors are emotional today after Georgia lawmakers pass a bill to increase criminal penalties for clergy sex abuse. Haley Swenson is an abuse survivor.
Not just for me, but for so many others. It feels like light was breaking through the darkness, and what was hidden, what was misused, is now being brought into truth and justice.
Under the law, which now goes to the governor's desk, clergy convicted of sexual misconduct could face between 10 and 30 years in prison and up to a $100,000 fine. A bill to expand access to medical marijuana in Georgia now awaits Governor Kemp's signature.
The legislation removes a 5% THC cap for medical cannabis and allows patients to vape the product for faster relief. Corey Lowe, a medical cannabis advocate whose daughter uses it for her seizures, believes this is a necessary expansion.
This is not a slide towards turning Georgia into California. This is helping Georgia sick patients get access to medicine they need.
Numbers from the state show there are more than 30,000 registered medical cannabis patients in Georgia. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia lawmakers pass a bill to increase penalties for protesters who block traffic. Democratic State Representative Carla Drenner says this will limit free speech.
When people know that participating could expose them to lawsuits, many will choose not to show up at all.
But Republican Lisa Hagan says the bill is about ensuring people can get to work and emergency vehicles can get to where they need to go.
This bill is not about stifling the right to lawful protest in any way.
If convicted, a protester could face up to a year in jail, a $5,000 fine, and even the potential for lawsuits. In a landmark trial, a jury in New Mexico says Meta failed to safeguard its Facebook and Instagram apps from online predators targeting kids. The ruling on Tuesday follows weeks of testimony in a closely watched trial that could impact several similar cases across the country. Meta is ordered to pay $375 million in damages. It will appeal the ruling. It is now 6:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Just watched the crash clear in Norcross, Bill. All lanes are open. 85 northbound, just north of Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99, and hopefully that'll help improve the ride that's still packed in, leaving I-285. 400 northbound, sluggish, we'll call it, improving from 285 in Sandy Springs up to Northridge Road, exit 6, then looking good into Roswell and Alpharetta. And the stalled truck that was in the left lane of the 75 North Express lanes near Delk Road, that as well has cleared. All lanes are open and everything moving well. Express lanes and the through lanes of I-75 through Marietta and Kennesaw. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, breezy, and chilly tonight as temperatures fall into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds and climbing into the upper 60s. Temperatures will bounce upwards into the 70s by Thursday with a high around 78. We're back into the low 80s by Friday with mostly sunny skies. A dry cold front will move through late Friday night into early Saturday morning. That means temperatures will come down this weekend with mostly sunny skies and highs in the upper 60s.
Right now it's 67 in Noonan, 69 in Midtown Atlanta, and 65 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Here's another reason Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust. This is Scott Slade. During a recent maintenance visit, my Ragsdale heating and air technician discovered the reason one of my heat pumps wasn't working quite right. He diagnosed the problem, made a special trip to pick up the parts he needed, and I was back in business the same day, just before the big freeze in January. Now, many of these great folks at Ragsdale have been with the company 10, 20, even 30 years. No wonder Ragsdale has over 10,000 reviews and a 4.9 Google rating. And you know that warmer weather's on the way, and Ragsdale wants you to be ready. Right now, you can save up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And the savings extend long past this season with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. If your system just needs to tune up to get ready for spring and summer, they can help with that too. You can trust Ragsdale for your plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs too. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
As a Massey Services technician, we have earned the trust of our customers. So much so, we're often called upon for a second opinion.
Did you want performance or all-season tires?
What would my Massey technician say?
Tough call. A much easier one is protecting your home with Massey's termite protection, featuring the Centricon system, which includes an unlimited repair guarantee that covers the structure and contents of your home.
Massey Services, offering expert advice and much more. Expect more and get it.
Motorcycle riders are a different breed and they need a different type of attorney. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less with expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
All right, well, I do want to, before we get off at 7, I do want to, maybe go through some of these open mics. Are they all new, or have some of them been around for a couple of weeks? Like
some of them have been around, but they're very, what we call in the business, green.
Are they green? Who's the listener who says he'll back us financially if we get canceled?
Ooh,
is this a billionaire? Because I need a multimillionaire. I don't need a hard-working person who gets the show, who can't finance it. Because if I need, these people got to have health insurance and the whole deal, the whole diddlio. If I start my own thing. So is this a well-meaning listener
you be the
who
judge.
would help us if he could, or is this I need a boss hog?
You be the judge.
Mr. Von Hessler, I have been listening to you for 2 decades plus. Tim, I could say the same thing. I can honestly say that people do not listen to you because of your lack of politics, but because of your viewpoint. If you were worried about getting canceled, I retired at 45, man. I will back these people on their own podcast if I need to.
I think he means Patreon. So he individually would sign up. Okay, we got one.
Okay, that's good.
Now all we need is enough to pay me what I make. Give everybody else a bit of a raise, and everybody gets health care. Once we get there, we can do whatever we want. And by the way,
More than I have now.
I am myself shying away from politics in my life as a person, not because I could listen. This is WSB. I could go off on politics. That's the normal thing to do. It's just that it depresses the hell out of me. So I try to kind of, and I don't want that to creep into like every day the show. You really want the host to show up every day and go, this is wrong, that's wrong, the other thing's wrong, that's not, we do that now with a little bit of humor. But if I went through every policy, I'm not digging what's going on. But I don't want my show to be he's the anti this or the anti that. So that's why there was a little thing in there where I don't shy away from politics because I'm worried about being canceled. I don't care about being canceled. In my life, I'm shying away from politics because I want to be happy. That elusive thing of trying to be happy in your life. So, and this is going to make, I think, Autumn happy because I hear nothing. She's like, what's coming?
Waiting.
What's coming next?
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
This clip from the live action Moana made me roll my eyes. But maybe it's are we still doing the thing where girls can do it too? And that's like a thing. Like I thought everybody just understood that. Okay. Oh, but by the way, The Rock.
Great start.
The Rock. He was the voice in the cartoon, and now he's really this guy with the long hair. Way too old to be playing that character, from what I understand. But
And not
whatever.
fat.
And not heavy. Excuse me. Would you like to apologize to people? It's heavy.
No, it's a cartoon.
Would you like to apologize to all the cartoon characters listening to us right
I'm
now?
sorry for all the plus-sized cartoon characters.
Okay, thank you very much. We have to reach out and socially engage.
I understand.
Patrick from SpongeBob is very happy with that.
All right. So,
Maui, demigod of the wind and sea.
Hero of men.
Huh?
So it goes like this. Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea, hero of men. Ah, women. Women too, men and women.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
that sounds like a winner. That sounds like a winner. You know, I don't know about anybody else, but I can't get enough of this preaching. I really can't. I want it in every movie. I'd like it for it to be in every single movie. That's really not the problem. The problem is, and this seems weird from a show like this because we're always making jokes about things, but doesn't it undermine everything that no heroes just embrace being heroes? It's always like that little cutting, snarky, oh, well, I mean, are we going to wear these stupid suits? You know, didn't it used
It's
to
just
be
the style right now.
Yeah, but I mean, hasn't it been going on a little, it's a little long in the tooth, isn't it? It's like, hey, what are we going to wear, this goofy suit? Yeah, well, usually for most of, Marvel and any kind of superheroes, yeah, they wore the suits. They didn't question it.
I mean,
it was what they
It's
did.
making money, even though
Yes.
I don't understand how I don't know anybody that goes to see these movies, but
A few of them have bombed as
This
of
one
late.
it will bomb as well.
You think this will bomb?
I think it'll bomb
Well, this
because
isn't
people love Moana.
This isn't a
yeah,
superhero
Moana's
movie.
great.
Yes, and she is the main character, and she's strong. But they don't shove the girl boss or the message down your throat.
Well, it
it's
sounds
just a cartoon.
to me like maybe in the live action one, you're going to get a little bit of that. That's what I heard there. But we'll find out. Maybe that's the only time. Is it bad because it's just we got to put a snarky joke in because this guy can't just present himself? He has to be flawed and he has to,
know.
or
I mean, he is flawed.
He's
a
terrible.
flawed character.
Yeah, he's
sure,
awful.
sure. But I'm just saying that it's like in the 1950s, Superman on TV was just Superman.
Do you want to go back to the 1950s?
No, I don't.
I do.
But I also don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I mean, change is good, but change for change's sake.
Change the
is
baby's
not
bathwater.
That's what I would do that.
Okay.
I just wouldn't put the baby down the drain. I'm just anything could be overdone is all I'm saying. Anything can be overdone. It probably was cool the first time a superhero broke the fourth wall and commented
I thought
upon
it was.
themselves.
I thought it was fun. Like,
But then the 17th and the 27th
Oh, it's
time.
overdone.
Now they're too aware of themselves. You know what it is? They become so aware of themselves, they're no longer aware of the audience they're supposed to be entertaining. And I feel like it's young writers who have to prove that, we don't take this too seriously. Well, sometimes it's fun to take ridiculous things seriously in terms of entertainment.
And they turned the Hulk into a wuss.
Oh, yeah, that was, I read about that. I don't,
They did.
In She-Hulk?
Well, She-Hulk, no one liked.
Oh.
No one liked that show.
No.
Was it Mark Ruffalo? She was like, "Oh, you're angry? Well, why don't you try being a woman in today's age?" I'm like, didn't this guy lose his parents to murder or something? I don't know what
No,
she was
that's
comparing.
Batman.
That's Batman, but he became the Hulk for some kind of what's his origin story? There's anger there.
His friend Rick was in a Jeep when they were going to test a gamma bomb, and he had to run out and save him. He pushes Rick into a gully, and the gamma bomb goes off, and he gets bombarded with the
So
radioactivity.
he's responsible for the death of his friend.
No, his friend lived, but he's
Okay.
responsible for turning himself into the Hulk.
Where does the anger issue come from?
Well, because when he changes into the Hulk, it's pure rage.
Right. But
And
that doesn't come from somewhere inside of
It
him?
becomes from the gamma radiation that's inside of him.
I see. Well, the only scene I've ever seen from She-Hulk was her telling him to sit
She
down.
got it from a blood transfusion.
Right, but I'm saying she's telling him to sit down
Yes.
because he's a man in a man's world, and if you want to know rage, I'll tell you where rage. Because it's like, okay, is this a superhero movie or a social studies?
Meanwhile, in the comic book, she's a sexy lawyer.
Oh yeah, I know those things are gone.
Look at that little outfit.
Sexy is wrong.
Yeah.
But don't you
Sexy
think?
is wrong.
Let me give a
It's
different.
patriarchal is what it is.
I understand.
Let me give a different perspective.
Male gaze. I'm sorry, but I am
love male gaze,
lecturing.
especially.
I don't like the male gaze.
What if, looking back at the old Batman movies, right? George Clooney's outfit that he had, or
No.
costume.
Oh, wait,
wouldn't
the
he like?
nipples?
Yeah, with the nipples, exactly. Wouldn't it be nice if he could break the fourth wall and say, "Hey, this outfit's a little bit revealing"?
No.
No,
I
it'd
say
been nice if they hadn't made it.
Just don't
Yelling
make
at,
the. Just don't
Wilfred
make
or whatever his name was. Alfred.
Can I tell you something I rarely admit? Saw that movie once. I was kind of entertained.
No,
It didn't-
you
it
don't
didn't-
rarely. You
it didn't
have
bo-
always said that
I
you
did-
liked
it
it
didn't
because it was
bo-
like a comic book.
I only saw it once, and I thought it was.
It's terrible.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was the worst thing in the world. I think they were trying to do like the '60s Batman thing, and maybe they didn't pull it off.
No.
Oh no! You're not even willing to engage in conversation. You just
No, 'cause
shut me
it's
down
wrong.
and say no.
Too many villains.
Too many villains. Terrible set design.
Set design
back
was the
and
same
watch
as the
it.
one before
The
with
one
the
with
Riddler.
Val Kilmer was better.
Right, but it was the same guy who made it. Same colors, same set looking thing.
Yeah.
Was it the same guy?
It was the same guy.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah. Alex Williams is look
Did
it
Alex
up.
Williams make it?
Alex Williams, and that's why
He's
he's my
Batman.
friend, and I am not going to have you going after his only Batman movie that he's ever directed. Right, Alex Williams? You did the best you could.
I gave it the old college try.
That's what you did. And now you're going to give it the old college try, helping us get through downtown.
That's right, Eric. That is going to be our leftover, the toughest spot left over for the afternoon commute. Still pretty bunched up southbound from that 85-400 merge. Looks like there's some new trouble just south of the Atlantic Station area near Georgia Tech and 10th Street. I'm going to check on that. 75-85 northbound. It's starting to thin out. Toughest part of that ride is going to be from I-20 up to Freedom Parkway. And in Sandy Springs, crash just moved to the right shoulder, 285 eastbound, the inner loop at Riverside Drive. Traffic brought to you by your Atlanta Braves. Baseball is back this weekend. The Atlanta Braves opening homestand starts this Friday as the Royals and Athletics roll into town. Grab your tickets at braves.com/promos. We are Braves Country. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WUSV.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple Team Traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down. We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
My wake-up call came 3 years ago. Like many of you out there, I was savoring some time with my parents. It's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. I remember we were preparing a meal, and I saw my dad struggling with a boiling pot on the stove. That was the moment I knew I had to get into action on the home care options for my parents. Have you seen some red flags recently with your folks? Like them struggling with day-to-day tasks, being a little confused, having trouble remembering to take their meds. If your aging parents are showing signs, but they want to age in place in the comfort of their homes, please Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta and request a consultative call. It's free and it's a crucial step towards your parents getting what they want and need, allowing you, the child, to do your role and just love them. Google Four Seasons Home Care. That's Four Seasons Home Care.
I'm Rick Jackson. My dad abandoned us. My mom was an alcoholic, so I left the projects. Shoe shining, ticket scalping, vacuum sales. I found purpose in work and built a $3 billion business. Like President Trump, I don't owe anybody anything. And like you, I'm sick of career politicians. I'm running for governor to lead America in criminal deportations, to cut income taxes in half, freeze our insane property taxes, reform the system so that anyone who can work will work, and not just sit around binge watching Netflix and eating Cheetos. I'll let law enforcement do their job. And if you're caught helping a child change their sex, you're going to jail. I'm Rick Jackson, and I'll get these done. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
If you're hurt in a car, trucking, or motorcycle wreck, what you do next matters. Call Sweet James Accident Attorneys, 800-9-MILLION. The firm that cares, the firm that wins. Sweet James. Pay nothing until they win. 800-900-0000 or online at sweetjames.com.
Calling all HVAC contractors. Ferguson is your one-stop shop for Ruud equipment, parts, and supplies to keep every job moving. Now stocking Ruud, Ferguson gives you reliable inventory, expert product knowledge, and fast turnaround when time matters most. Don't let shortages or delays slow down your business. We're fully stocked and ready when you are. Plus, our team is here to help you find the right solution for every install. Visit a Ferguson location near you. Ferguson HVAC, proud to partner with Ruud in Georgia.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. How this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at TurboTax.com/free. No schedules except for Earned Income Tax Credit, Child Tax Credit, Student Loan Interest, and Schedule 1A.
You know, let's see. These open mics. We've listened to one, so we have 5 more. I don't think we can get 5 down, but let's see here in the how many of these open mics we can dust.
EVH and the Doctrinaires. You guys were talking about filthy rich people and how they live careful lives, you know, not to die if they want to live forever. There's a great movie with our drunk friend Justin Timberlake called In Time. It's not a perfect movie. Don't set your expectations, but it is fun, really cool. Cool concept. I think you'll like it. Check it out. In Time.
All right. I like when people tell me they say, you're not really going to like the movie, but it's worth seeing because of this idea or whatever. But,
you can dual screen.
Yeah, I'll watch the one with Bill Crane. What is that? UFO, Target Earth?
Yes.
I'll watch a young Bill Crane.
I looked it up. He was a pretty cute kid.
Yeah, of course. You don't get cast in films if you're not a cute kid.
He grew out of that cute.
Well,
Into handsome.
Into handsome.
Unless you're
that's
playing a troll.
Huh? Unless as a kid?
You're playing a kid troll, a baby troll.
Jared.
When does this guy go? Everything's negative.
Yeah.
No, you did not call him a troll.
Because of the Sunshine Bill.
He said if you were cast as a child as a troll, then you wouldn't be cute.
I see.
Yeah, you wouldn't?
I thought he was calling him a troll as well.
Me
Of
too.
course not. I would never say that about
Well,
my
Jared,
dear
you're
friend
nasty
Bill
like
Crane.
that.
You just
You're nice nasty.
You kind of break out the nasty every once in a while.
That's what Trump tells me.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Well, it's official. We're at war with Iran. Gas prices are going up.
Yes, sir.
Jobs are going in reverse. And Chuck Norris died. The world's about to end, y'all.
Well, it's about to end, y'all.
Yes,
He
I
just
think
said that with so much little southern sweetness.
Well, it's about the end, y'all.
I think he was being farcical.
World's about to end, y'all. Y'all want some sweet tea?
And rest in peace, Chuck Norris. We didn't mention it yesterday. You know, the thing gets me is, look, I know that Chuck Norris was political enough in his life that it's going to be part of what people talk about. But I really feel like it's just sometimes, and you got to remember, Chuck Norris is way before the Trump administration. I'm sure he was a Trumper in the end. I'm sure he endorsed him, whatever. But I mean, Chuck Norris comes out of the Lee Greenwood, 1980s, Ronald Reagan, Republican Party.
Go back to Vietnam and find those POWs.
Yeah, go back. Basically, we didn't win the Vietnam War in reality, but we did in the movies in the 1980s. It was like that kind of movement. And I understand that. But you would think that being a Republican is illegal. Like the way that the obituary type of things, just the headlines, but his politics Chuck Norris was certainly a great editor, but his politics will hurt his legacy. Why? No, it'll only hurt his legacy with you because you disagree with his politics.
Yeah, everybody fell in love with the memes in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Where he could do, do you remember
Yeah, that's
that?
right. Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
And that kind of kept him going, and he embraced it, and people
Sure.
loved him on both sides.
Even before that, Tim, I mean, it was like middle school lore. Like you would just talk about
Yeah.
him and be like,
Walker,
oh, Chuck Norris
Texas
could do that.
Ranger.
Yeah, it was.
But
it was fun.
it's enough with the publishers. No, if you didn't like his politics, then it. It puts a stain on his record for you, but then there's a whole bunch of people. There's half the country that agreed with him that it doesn't put any. It just why can't people be objective when people die? It just seems like the easiest thing in the world.
Just say outside of the octagon, most of his movies were bad.
He started in Bruce Lee movies.
Yes.
All right, that music's telling us two things: shut the hell up, get the hell out, and you know us. We do what we're told. We're good people like that. Why are you pointing at your laptop?
Sometimes you have to escalate to de-escalate.
Listen, if we've learned nothing,
Let's escalate ourselves out of here.
we're going to escalate our asses on out of here. Shelley Winter is up next. He's got a great radio show for you as usual. We shall return tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.